Yo, what's up? What's up? It's your boy Snow Money, and that's all day. You know what I'm saying? That's all day. Snow Money in the building. Yo, what's up? What's up? It's your boy Snow Money, and that's Hey, what's going on, Hank? You know what, Hank? I gotta re-rent you. Hank, because that other account, I went back and seen that other account. So, do you want me to rent you on this account, Hank? Right here? Yeah, time to get it. What's up? Let me shout out the chat real quick, like I always do in the beginning. Shouts out to my man Maine in the building. Shouts him out. Shouts out Drea. Shouts out Hank the Mean Man. Oh, oh, Mysteriously Kind. Hey, what's up, man? What's up? I see you in the building. Yeah, what's up, Mysteriously Kind? We in the building. Mysteriously Kind just had his birthday yesterday. Turn up, my man. I know you've been feeling good. Shit, how did your birthday go, bro? He said, yes, please. Okay, I got you right now, bro. Because I had took it away because I see it was on, like, that other account, but I'll rent you on this one. Bam. You should have the wrench now. Let me see. Let me restart my page real quick just to make sure. Well, it should be coming soon. Yeah, mysteriously. But all right. Now, I ain't going to do no raps or nothing this time. I know that last time I did some little raps and whatnot. But I'm just going to go ahead and play a track. And shouts out Baron Yam. Shouts out Baron Yam for actually knowing that track that I had rapped. I didn't even know that he heard that song. I swear I did not know that. That shit tripped me out. So shouts out Baron Yam for knowing it. And then he was trying to rap that shit. That shit was cool as hell. Shouts out, bro. Much love to you, bro. And I'm going to go ahead and bust this little track for y'all before we get started tonight, okay? You said, where's my ranch? It should be there. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there it go. Yeah, you just got it. I see it now. Oh my God. You gonna say some You gonna say some love in the pig Snow Money. Thank you. Okay. Let me share this real quick. Hey, what's up, Tech Man? What's up, bro? Good to see you, bro. Let me go ahead and play this track. Let me get my intro in here real quick.
Hanging like 300, yeah, J Trigger won't do hundreds. Baby cannot fool me, cause J Trigger not no diamond. J Trigger by that money, yeah, J Trigger by them hundreds. J Trigger be the hardest, no, you can't say nothing from it. If you hear this song, you might just get offended. But baby, just remember that you did not have to listen. Now back to the topic, I'm stunting on these bitches. You ask about J Trigger, yeah, he gave your whole the business. Smoking, drinking crazy, only do that with her monos. If she not tryna fuck, I take her ass out to McDonald's. They say I'm a savage, I say no sir, I'm the truth. These niggas think they see me till I step inside this booth. I was with my mama, she asked do I do Molly. I laughed and told her, Ma, you crazy, I just blow excited. Some niggas used to clown me, they asking do I got it. I tell them I don't got it, even if I really got it. Yo girl just want a slice, she CJ Trigger nice. Baby, if we role play, can you treat me like a bike? Catch me in the club, I'm pouring up and getting shitty. I got hella moves, getting jiggy like I'm getting. Creeping up behind her, I said, ooh, I like them titties. She asked me where I'm from. Bitch, this is my city. Now shut up and just get it. Drop and give me 50. Drop and give me 50. My flow, you know the sickest. Banging like 300, yeah, J Trigger won't do hundreds. Baby cannot fool me, cause J Trigger not no diamond. J Trigger by that money, yeah, J Trigger by them hundreds. J Trigger be the hardest, no, you can't say nothing from it. Everything I do, you know, be such a classic. She say that I'm sexy when I'm smashing in my glasses. Ain't beefing by no bitches. If you want it, you can have it. I eat that pussy, whoop that pussy, put it in a casket. Focused on my paper, all I know is get some more. If you hear some knocking, better trigger at your door. You don't know my struggle, bitch, I got it off the floor. Buzz up, be the trigger, all that nigga do is go. If you niggas listening, I hope you got some speakers. If you not clean music group, that trigger don't do features. How these niggas cross me? Get these pussies off me. I'm the hardest out and they still treat me like a softie. When it come to haters, bitch, I'm like a Nazi. Switching lanes crazy, looking fresh in my jalopy. Beat the beat up, I might just call it Rodney. I'm out of control, but who the hell gon' stop me?
Yo, what's up? What's up, y'all? Okay, let me stop doing that. Okay, that's done. I know. I see Mega Man. What's up, Mega Man? I know, right? That's a very good question, indeed. What's going on in the building? What's up, Donald? Didn't see you earlier. What's happening to Donald? What's good, my man? What's going on? Today is the 1st of December, y'all. Today is the first day. This year is almost over. We coming into the new year. How's everybody doing and feeling? How does 2020 make you feel? Right? Because it's been a wild year for all of us. You know what I'm saying? So I would be very interested to know how other people feel about what's going on. And, you know, especially about this cold. Because it's a lot. I can't really stand the cold, to be honest with you. I really can't. This shit fucking irritates me, but it's all good. We got to do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. You know what, Mega? Yeah, he said Mega needs a dang wrench. Mega, do you want a wrench? You still want the wrench? Because if I give you a wrench, I definitely want one too on your channel. You said tell it to those. Oh, you say anyone disrespect AD? Oh yeah, Donald, let them know, Donald. Let them know, Donald. Say anybody do that, you get that wrench, okay? And that wouldn't that shit really hurt too? Imagine if somebody throw a wrench at you, like a real wrench. That shit'll hurt like fuck. Yeah, in the house, turn up, turn up. Use your wrench powers wisely. He said he better off with that one. Well, it's okay. It's all right. I took up the fine game of chess, y'all. Yeah, I love chess. Chess is really fucking cool. I've been knowing how to play chess ever since I was extremely young, yo. And I love chess, man. Much better than checkers. Man, I'm laughing at his comments. I use that on everybody. Like, damn. Oh, somehow without a wrench, people think you're a soccer count. I think he's real. I think I can understand where Hank is coming from, though. People can think that, but I think it's him because it sounds like him. Because, you know, when people be coming in with those soccer counts, Hank, they be sounding all weird. And, you know what I'm saying? They be talking weird, sounding weird. Like, wait, that don't sound like something you would say. Yeah, it's pretty cold, man. It's been pretty cool. We had a very warm November, like seriously out here. It was very warm. But now, for some odd reason, yeah, as soon as we hit December, it's starting to get icy. I still feel like it's a little warm, but that December weather, oof, it's a bitch. I really just don't even like dealing with it, to be honest. I'll deal with it, but I just can't stand. I feel like the winter time is the most important time for you to have your shit together. Straight up, right? Like, I don't want to be fucked up in the winter. You know, like, oh, I'm fucked up. Like, you know, that's the worst time to me. Because in the summertime, at least you can still move around and do something. Wintertime, you might not even be able to do that. That's why it's so irritating. You said that, yeah, Drea. This year has been the most. This year has been very extra indeed. Very extra. Take a vote. Rinse me or don't rinse me. What say you guys? One for a rinse. Hey. It'll warm on Christmas because of climate change. Yeah, I noticed that. This weather has been really weird and freaky, right? It's been weird and freaky. My bad, I had to use that word, but damn, it has, like, this November has been warm. Like, I've been actually kind of happy. Like, seriously. But now, today, oh no, not today. Today in Chicago, yeah, it was like below 20. It was like below 20 today. But I'm happy because we didn't get no snow. And a lot of people were talking about snow in different areas. I think I seen Mysteriously Kind talking about that too. You still hear Mysteriously Kind? But yeah, what's up, Kenan? What's happening, bro? What's good on this December 1st? Almost into 2020. Coming up on Thanksgiving. The next thing you know is Christmas. And next thing you know, we in here talking about New Year's. That shit crazy as hell. And watch how fast it go. Just watch. Watch it go fast as fuck. Oh, wow. You said thank God. Hey, I mean, shit. Why not? I want to know why not. Tac man. Straight up. You can, Kenan. Yeah, come on. Because I know, Kenan, when you get in, sometimes I know it'd be a little crowded sometimes, so it's hard, for me to conversate with you. But yeah, we could definitely talk about that, bro. You already know I like to hear what you got to say. You already know my man Kenan. KL. Some people like to call you KL. They be like, KL? I'll be like, I already know. See? She spell your name wrong again, but you see what I'm saying? Like, Kenan, look, she'll call you KL too. Mega said he's not interested in Xmas this year. Hey, what's up, Kenan?
What's good, AZ? What's going on?
Chilling, bro. How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay today. Yeah, I wanted to hop in because I wanted to have a conversation about the climate change comment that I made. Like, it was like I'm kind of serious about that. Like, it's my prediction that Christmas will be warm this year because climate change is a real thing. And that's not a good thing at all. Like, it should not be warm on Christmas. It should not be warm during wintertime. It should not be warm during November. Like, it kind of shows you that the earth is changing and it's not changing for the better. The planet is dying. So, we got niggas who deny climate change, and I don't understand why. I don't understand what the benefit will be behind that, but the evidence is all right there.
I will admit, the weather definitely does seem stranger than lately because, I remember how it used to be when I was younger. And I will admit, since I've been older now, it's not like what it used to be. It's been a lot of change. Like you said, like this November, I seen them say it earlier. They was like, this was the 4th warmest November we ever had, which shocked me because last year in Chicago, we had snow by October.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, see, and that's the trend. Is that like, I mean, you're in Chicago, the windy city, and y'all used to a lot of snow, a lot of wind and things like that. So it's like, if things are really changing in Chicago, then like, damn, like I said, the evidence is right there.
Yeah. And whoever this Miss Money AD account is, please stay chill. Please don't come in here leaving comments like that, calling me baby and this and that, because I might just have to time you out. I'm just letting you know right now.
So the girl in that pic is fine as hell, but I know that's a fucking catfish.
Damn.
Like the girl in that picture is not the girl behind the damn picture. You feel me? Like, cause niggas be lying. Niggas do be lying.
Oh shit. And then trying to call me baby.
Like you got a whole girl. You ain't focus on that.
What's that one song? How does that one song go? So here's my number. So call me lately. Who the fuck make that damn song? Who made that?
Uh, I think her name is Carly Rae Jepsen, I think. Yeah, that was her. The white
Okay.
girl.
That's how I feel right now. So here's my number. So call me lately. I know that song kind of throwback. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that song was yeah, it was played a lot like when I was in middle school. Yeah.
uh-oh, Mega, Mega, you sound like you on the tear. He said, Charles, I invade and wrench me. I'll be on patrol. Let me give Mega this wrench. Let me give him a wrench. Hold on. Give me a little second, Mega. Hold on 1 second. Cause I don't know. I warned her, give me a minute. Cause I want let's see. Cause I warned whoever Miss Money AD is. I warned that person. So let's see if they can chill out for a second.
Now,
What?
I see Miss Elite is still spelling my name the wrong way. Now, I've said numerous occasions that like if she wants to hop in the chat and have a discussion, we can have a discussion. And see,
Yeah.
look, her question only makes sense. What does the name Keenan with an E at the end mean? Like, what are you talking about? What does she be talking about? Like, explain that to me.
That's the same thing I'm trying to say. Like real talk. What does that mean? What is like obviously that's his name, even though you did spell it wrong. Okay, let me scroll down. I'm scrolling down right now. But hell yeah, this shit is wild. They was talking about the summer weather on the other side of the world. Now they're experiencing their summertime. But over
Yeah.
here, I think something else that's been crazy this year is how I think they said this is like one of the most hurricane infested years we ever had. Like it was like hurricane after hurricane after hurricane.
And see, it's not being talked about a lot because, COVID. Um, and in terms of like the climate, I think one of the wildest things this year was like earlier this year when like California was on fire. Like that shit was wild to me. It was like blazing. The whole West Coast is on fire for like a good week or so.
Yeah.
And like it just shows you that the things that are necessary to prevent this are not being done because there's a certain ideology, there's a certain, plan in place to make sure that nothing is done. But
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. I do, and I see you in the background too. I got you. I got you in one moment. But yeah, Kenan, I like I feel like those fires could really be put out if like I feel like why is there not a group effort to try to take the fires out? Like a real group effort. I know fires are rough, but damn, don't we got planes and all time? I mean, there's planes that can come and drop stuff that can put fires out.
I mean, yeah, there's group efforts. I think it's just a thing of like are those group efforts actually doing anything? Yeah, I mean, there's like multiple organizations. It's like the thing about like how like folks are still poor, but like you got all these charities and all these organizations, but like niggas are still poor. So like what are these organizations really doing with the money?
Right.
So,
Yeah, that is an interesting topic. Hey, what's up, Maga?
Gentlemen, how we doing tonight?
What's up, my man? How you doing, bro?
Not bad, not bad. How we doing, Keenan? How you doing, my man? As soon as I heard the topic, I'm like, I gotta get in this.
yeah, I'm doing good.
Awesome, awesome. I've been studying this for a while, and I actually made a video about this. So be ready for a good debate, my friends. You do realize in Australia, for example, a bunch of Antifa and environmentalists were literally setting fire to people's properties and forests in Australia. They were also caught in California fairly recently as well. Now, I'm not going to deny that based on certain demographics and drier areas on the West Coast, that lightning strikes, etc., and even bad human behavior like tossing out cigarette butts will start fires. But people were caught literally starting fires to try to push this, climate change narrative, just to, they did that more of a political agenda. So I'm more of a fence sitter than anything else. So I'm not gonna, go in there beating on my chest. Oh, look out, he's one of those. That's not what I'm saying. I'm one of those fence sitters that, you have it from two sides of the story, where you have people that are trying to push a climate change narrative just to get their free stuff and free room and board, pushing all these liberal leftist ideologies, but at the same time, human behavior is also bad because you got a lot of people out there that do a lot of stupid stuff, camping, smoking cigarettes, and all that sort of thing. So I'm 50-50 on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. You said Antifa, right?
Sure.
First, do you know what Antifa is short for?
The anti-fascist group that was developed way back when in Europe during the Nazi regime. They were supposed to be more like, soldiers, citizens. I'm kind of really summing up here, but now it's been turned into literally anything and anyone that questions their ideology basically is an enemy of the state, according to them. They want no rules, no leaders. They want to self-govern. Basically, that's what they are now. Back then, it was something different. Back in the World War I, World War II era, they were more like citizen soldiers that were literally anti-fascist. So,
okay, do you know what fascism is?
Fascism basically is the forced ideology of any say, like with myself, if I'm a libertarian or a conservative and I try to force that ideology on you through terror, through violence, through intimidation, that's essentially what fascism is. Shock and awe to push a political ideology.
And what side of the political spectrum is fascism on?
At this point, it's coming from all directions, man. I mean, at this point, given the outcome of this election and everything else like that, we're at this point now. That's why you don't see me making any more Trump videos or anything like that, because I want a guy who wants to do the job. I'm a libertarian first and foremost. I want the guy who's going to do the job. But now we have everybody in the boxing ring trying to fight each other. Now we have white versus black. We have conservative versus, liberal. We have Democrat versus Republican, rich versus poor. It's like, what's next? Do we fight over, vegans versus carnivores? I mean, it's ridiculous already. So.
But you do realize, like, all the groups that oppose each other, that's been going on for like a long time.
Yeah, no kidding, my man. But it's getting tiresome. That's why I don't talk about it no more on my channel. It's tiresome, and you're gonna see in 2021, man, as it gets closer and closer, it's just ridiculous nonsense. You're gonna see fighting and arguing and all that kind of stuff.
Right. But I mean, is that not the nature of America? America is a very violent country. It's a very divided country too.
Well, it's human nature to want to destroy ourselves. That's been from time immemorial. Human beings are by design have a fantasy of self-destruction. You look at all of our movies. You look at the Marvel movies, all the superhero movies, all the TV shows.
My bad, Mega. But Downhole, you're finna get put on timeout, Downhole, because you're coming in here and you're saying some stuff, and you're gonna get out of here if you keep saying stuff. So I'm just letting you know.
Well, now you know why I want to wrench, because I already know who's going to be in here. They're going to be following me into every chat. We saw that happen on Big J Triple X's thing, which I've made peace with him finally, because they did something on his channel that I'm not going to get into here, but because I want to focus on the topic. But I can see they're starting to follow me in here now. But that's fine. I love the fact that I'm famous now, that they love that white boy stench underneath my chode. But anyway. But back to the topic at hand. It's just a personal belief that I feel that since time immemorial, man, human beings by design have a fantasy of self-destruction. That's just how I see people. Maybe that's a little cynical, based on my life experience. That's more personal belief than anything else.
I mean, I'm pretty cynical too, but not like with that specific aspect. I don't think human nature is like inherently self-destructive. I think that American culture pushes destructive means. So when you look at a lot of movies that come from Hollywood, a lot of it is based on like American patriotism, American militarism, and American violence. And like
Mhm.
I said, America's a very violent country, and America's always going to push the ideology domestically and internationally. So I think that when you embed your citizens with those ideas of being violent and violence, and that's literally how Europeans, colonized this country in the first place through violence of indigenous folks. So it's like there's a certain ideology that's being pushed.
I don't necessarily know about that because Europeans are trying to kill each other. If you look at like the Spanish Inquisitions, or look at the Salem witch hunts, for example, when people are just starting to invent the medicine for the common cold. If you were trying to rub two rocks together with some herbs, they considered you a witch. And this is white people on white people. So, it's not just white colonizers. I mean, that goes for just about anybody on this planet. Once again, the Spanish Inquisition, and, you look across the entire planet, man, cultures are killing off each other left and right. Europe happens to be, unfortunately, Europe and South America, if you look at those regions, or even in China with the Mongols and all that stuff, man, human beings are just destructive everywhere. Unfortunately, to quote the late Kurt Vonnegut, human beings are a disease on this planet, and it's time to go. I mean, I'm once again being cynical, quoting a really famous author. Kurt Vonnegut actually wrote some good stuff when he was alive, but I kind of look at that from more of a satirical sense than anything else. And he said it famously: human beings are a disease on this planet, and it's time for us to go. So that's true.
I mean, this is a good conversation to me right now. Like, it definitely is. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. I'm trying to see, like, is that the real Maine in the comments? Because the colors look different. Like with Drado, like, I know Maine and Drado are real people, but Drado color is different, just like Maine. So let me know if that's really y'all. I hope nobody is trolling y'all or something. Let me know in the comments, because I'm looking. But yeah, again, this is definitely a good conversation too. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like to talk things out, man. Oh, and it was somebody asked Mega a question. I know my bad for getting off topic. Somebody did ask Mega a question. He said,
Yeah, how did I find a channel? Just by coincidence, I guess.
I think it's the YouTube algorithm. Because that plays a big part in things.
Yeah.
I think that's how I came across AD at first. Like AD, that's how I came across your channel. Like back in 2014 was like the algorithm. I think suggested like your name, your channel,
Oh, that's
and then
cool.
like I checked you out, and like I said, the first video I saw of you was talking about the PS4, and like, I was not gonna do shit for anybody, and I've been part of you since. So
I
that's
remember
that.
that.
Yeah,
That
but
video was so funny. I was going off.
Yeah, Mega Man, to go back to your point, I mean, yeah, you can look at it like, white folks kill white folks, black folks kill black folks, Hispanic folks. I mean, you can go like every single culture kills each other. But it's a thing about like there is a certain, power structure in this country which is dominated by white folks. And when Europeans came over here, they came with all these dirty ass diseases that indigenous folks were not accustomed to, and that killed them off. And then we go back to the thing about violence is, I mean, last time I checked, America was the first country and the only country to drop atomic bombs on the Japanese.
Now, based on what you said, now that some of my horizons have been expanded and I've been going into, I guess, what's called the Black Manosphere here on YouTube, I have been participating sometimes behind this, but I've been invited, not that I just found my way into chats. I was literally invited into these forums, whether just to sit back and listen, to be like a witness, to see for myself, or to participate in some of these conversations. And all I've been hearing is nothing from most black men in the Black Manosphere is nothing but loathing and self-hatred, and them having a pissing contest, who's louder than the other, and yelling and screaming and shouting and insulting, and nothing gets solved. But that's not because of a white guy. That's because of them yelling and screaming at themselves. And I sat back, like one of the ones I just got into recently, Marie Stelk, who's part of what they call the thick skin only crew. I went into a couple of, and they have good conversations like this, by the way, you know,
Mhm.
but you listen to how some of them yell at each other and nothing gets solved. Is it possible that maybe the black community in and of itself doesn't know how to work together to solve problems, that they got to blame other people?
I mean, we have issues. So the thing is like this, I don't think there is a black community because we're not even unified to begin with. Like the whole point or idea of a community is that you're unified around something. The thing about
Hmm.
white folks is that you guys can like disagree on like ideology and things like that, but you guys are always unified around race and around white supremacy. And that's been like the long standard of this country is white supremacy. But I think when you talk about like black folks, you know, screaming at black folks, you have a lot of black folks who are, you know, they do hate themselves. They hate their blackness. But that's also because like it's been indoctrinated to hate, you know, the idea of being black. And a lot of black folks don't understand what being black means to begin with.
Hmm.
But then also it's like there's also a lot of black folks who are always concerned about how white folks view them. Me, I don't give a fuck how white folks view me. Like I'm gonna be my blacky self all day, every day. Um, and I come from a very black perspective because we really are like treated like shit in this country and globally too.
So allow me to ask you two questions, because I tried to do this in the black manosphere and I still cannot get a straight answer. Define white supremacy. What makes me as an individual a white supremacist? Prove that, and define black.
Oh no, 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 no. When I said white supremacy, I'm not calling you a white supremacist, although the person in your picture is a white supremacist, like no doubt about it. But white supremacy is centered around the ideology of like, or no, the idea of like violence and the idea that white folks are superior to other groups and other races. And we see this time and time again. So, for example, America is the most powerful empire that's ever existed on the face of this earth. In terms of wealth, in terms of action, in terms of like military force. So things like that is embedded in this whole white supremacist ideology. And we see this when, you know, America tries to defend its bullshit about like, well, we have to invade this country because this country attacked us first and they have terrorists and we just have to protect the world and all that. When really America goes into other countries to exploit people in terms of labor and also resources and brings it back over here and feeds the public that like we're doing this for the common good. That's like a basic ideology of like, you know, white supremacy, if you get what I'm saying. And then your second question was like being black, right?
Hmm. Define
Okay.
black.
Yeah. So black, like, here's the thing. Black folks are not a monolith. So like depending on who you ask, it means different things to different black folks. For me, it's about like understanding your condition, not only in this country but globally, and the fact that we live in a not only a racist society but an anti-black society. And I use the term racist when I describe white folks, and I use anti-black when I describe black folks because there's a lot of black folks who are anti-black. But the whole idea of being black is that you understand your condition, you understand that your skin alone poses a threat to the white power structure. For example, when a black man is killed in the street by the police, it's always this thing about like, well, the police just fear for their life. Well, the police are the ones with the guns, the police are the ones with the force, they're the ones who are being protected by the law. So what are you scared about? It's things like that. Being black is also understanding that we have a certain culture that has been divided so many times to the point where like a lot of us don't even understand what our culture actually is. And a lot of us don't even see ourselves as Africans, but that's where we come from. That's our culture right there. But we've been disconnected from that for so long. And yeah, like I said, depending on who you talk to, you get different answers from different black folks.
I'm sorry to interject, y'all. Yeah, Donald, you cool. I know you in here cracking all these jokes right now. You're cool, Donald. But yeah,
You know,
I get where y'all coming from too as well. But go ahead, Mega.
I was going to say, you know, I'm genuinely curious. That's why you're not hearing me. You're hearing me coming from a different position than I typically would, because now that I've kind of expanded into different territories, I guess going into the Rubicon, so to speak, into areas of YouTube I'm not quite used to, and I'm hearing certain things. And of course, most of my viewer base and my subscriber base on my channel are mostly conservative black men, and they think a completely different way. So it would be hypocritical of me not to keep an open mind and try to listen to really what people are saying. Because I had a discussion recently with a gentleman over on Maurice Delk's channel who comes from a position of, he kind of sounds like you a little bit, and he said almost the exact same things that you did. And I find it kind of, I don't want to say disappointing, but it's disheartening to hear that most, especially younger black men, I mean, I'm in my mid 40s and I grew up in New York City with all different kinds of people around me. So I come at this with a bias already. I'm not like, even though I live in North Carolina now, I didn't grow up in the backwoods of Kentucky, the stereotypical white boy. You know what I mean? I'm a city guy.
I'm in North Carolina.
So, so there you go.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, there you go.
Wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
That's for real.
Yeah, I'm in Charlotte. I'm actually in Charlotte.
I'm from Charlotte. That's crazy.
No kidding.
Wow.
Yeah, see, we got
That's
something in
really cool.
common. There you go. We got something in common.
That's cool.
But
Yeah.
it's just I hear this coming even from this younger fella that I talked to the other night, and a lot of it, and I have to say this, a lot of it sounds like it's coming from a position of fear almost. Do you agree with that there is an air of fear maybe in the black community of the world at large as it is? I mean, I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah, it's a very justified fear because, like, if we're the ones who are being incarcerated the most, if we're the ones who are being killed the most, if we're the ones who are being denied access to, positions of power, I mean, we have positions of power now, but like, I can get to that whole like thing about like how black folks need to get beyond representation because that means nothing for us, but that's a whole nother conversation. But like, yeah, I mean, the fear is very justified. Like, there's always been violence acted upon us by a power structure that does not look like us. And then we have folks who go into these power structures, who quote unquote have our best interests at heart, but they sell out. But to go back to like the person that you were talking to, like, I'm not a black conservative. I don't understand how a black person can be conservative. It doesn't make any sense to me because what are you trying to conserve? We don't own anything in this country. But yeah, like, and I'm also not liberal either. So yeah, like
You're like me. You kind of do. You go in your own direction, like I do, basically.
I'm a socialist.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I come from the opposite end of the spectrum. I'm a libertarian. So I don't want to say like you're more free to kind of like be yourself, but you don't really tie yourself down to anything, more or less.
Oh, I'm definitely free because like a lot of folks tie themselves down to like Republicans and Democrats and like,
yeah,
like it's not a two-party system, it's a one-party system. Like both parties operate under the system of capitalism and they're going to protect capitalism. So Joe Biden, who's a Democrat, and for some reason people think he's like a communist or whatever. I can't figure that shit out. But like he's going to protect capital. Like that's what he's always been about for his past 40 plus years in politics. And that's not going to change. And then Kamala Harris as VP, I mean, she doesn't even identify herself as black, at least not until recently. And her own father, who's a whole Marxist, like, and she's a whole capitalist, like that's two different things. So yeah, like I'm more free. Like I can't stand the Democratic Party. Most black folks are Democrats, and it has gotten us nowhere. It really hasn't.
Yeah. See, that's one of the things that people never figured out about me, and I've been telling everybody, way back when. I mean, I was more a centrist, favoring the left when I was younger. I mean, I voted for Obama. I voted for Obama in his first term, and I didn't vote for him in his second term. I voted for George Bush for the first term. I didn't vote for him for the second term, et cetera, et cetera. I just want somebody who's going to get the goddamn job done. That's why I chose Orange Man. That almost implies you would think I was a mercenary. It's not. I simply want somebody that's going to lead this country and get this job done. Now, there are things that Orange Man has done that I'm really not too happy with. Obviously, his bullshit mouth and his Twitter feeds get him into trouble all the time. They still do. I don't like that he does that. Because it stirs the fucking pot. It turns people against each other, makes people fight with each other. I find it hilarious though sometimes because he's got balls, but at the same time, man, you got to be careful with that kind of stuff. I said that way back when, as a matter of fact. That he can get himself into trouble and just stir up shit with just one wrong word said out of context will start up so much stuff. But I just want somebody who's going to get the job done. And basically, I went with the best of two evils. It was either him or who, Hillary. So,
See, the thing about Donald is that Donald is a very interesting case. Obviously, I don't support Donald Trump. But it's a thing of like the way the media has built Donald Trump to be like the worst thing ever over the past 4 years has like really rubbed me the wrong way because he's not the worst thing ever. Like he's really not. He's not even the worst president ever. If you really want to talk about that. I don't believe in like good presidents and bad presidents. I used to, but then I grew out of that because my politics is always expanding. Like they're all war criminals, they're all imperialists, and they all go against my own politics. So I can't support any president that's ever existed in this country. But with Trump, it's like he's like the embodiment of what this country really is, which is racism, which is white privilege, which is white supremacy. And he did that so overtly as opposed to so covertly or in ways that people couldn't tell that a lot of folks really legitimately think he's the worst thing ever. So then you have people who are in these positions, particularly black folks, who, with this past election acted like it was either him or, Joe Biden. And I guess to a lot of folks, like Joe Biden was like the better option. And it's really no critical thought being put into this process. It's like, how do you have the most votes, 80 million plus votes for the architect of the crime bill, but claim that this is a democracy? This is not a democracy. So like we're clearly being lied to. If anything, this is an oligarchy. I don't know.
Yeah. Someone else can come in too if they want to. I don't know what happened to my sound.
But why would so many African American people in this country vote for Trump? More African Americans voted for him than anybody else or any other president in the past, along with Hispanics.
You mean Biden?
No, for Trump. How in this past election, more African Americans and Hispanics voted for Trump than any other president prior to him.
Yeah, I mean, because like when they broke down in demographics, he went up in like pretty much every demographic except for like white men, which was like the most surprising thing to me. But
I even have to agree with that. I was surprised too. I agree with you on that one. That's
like,
a shocker.
That's his base. His base is really white men at the end of the day. But to kind of like answer your question, it really came down to this idea of like folks have to understand what classism is and how and this is what I was talking about like a little bit earlier, is that like you have black folks who have money, and there was this thing about like Joe Biden has like a tax plan that would like tax the rich like 60%. And then like a lot of black folks who are rich went with that and was like, oh hell no, we're not doing that. Because for a lot of folks in this country, it's about protecting their money. And they see Trump as the best person to that, although he's antithetical to the actual benefits for black folks and Hispanic folks. So it comes down to money. And then with the Cubans, particularly in Florida, it's this thing about like how they didn't like how Castro was doing his thing in Cuba. Castro is like, put in his position as like a dictator, and how America's like the best thing on earth. Like it's a whole lot of things that go into like how that demographic changed. It's really complex, but it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
You see, Trump is exactly what this country has been asking for since the inception of the Constitution, a citizen leader, and he completely threw a wrench into everybody's gears. And I think that's why on all sides of the coin, or both sides of the coin, why people were so shocked that he became president, because he's not a politician. He's just a businessman first and foremost before anything else. And to go into Washington and snuff out like everything, these career politicians, like I'm all for term limits. I'm completely for term limits. I'm one of those guys. Like I saw this happen in my old hometown, for example, where Michael Bloomberg, who failed his run for president, by the way, God forbid if he would have became president, actually changed the law so that he can have 3 terms, and New Yorkers stupidly voted for him for 3 terms. And what happened? They try to limit the size sodas you drink, try to stop you from eating certain foods, try to stop you from spending so much money, and all this other crap, basically turning New York City into a tourist attraction and native New Yorkers into zoo animals, basically. Literally like shoving scooters down people's throats and all that kind of stuff. So now here comes a guy like Orange Man, and who's not a career politician, completely just like all these career politicians, Maxine Waters, and I'll even, Lindsey Graham. I'll mention Democrats and Republicans all day long. They were all like, who is this guy? And I think that's why this country turned upside down, because they were not expecting somebody like this to lead this country. Just somebody that's not like your stereotypical politician. But now, the way things are going now, Biden is coming into office. Listen, I've already given up on the fact that this guy's going to win re-election no matter what he does. I mean, listen, it's not going to happen. It's done. It's over, finished, done. Put it to bed. Sorry, see you later. I hate to admit it as a Trump guy for 2020, but if Biden comes in, what do you think is going to end up happening? We're going to have another politician making promises that he can't keep. He's going to be a windbag. He's going to promise this and promise that, and it's not going to happen. People are going to be. That's the thing about America. I think to sum up my point is that you're never going to make the entire population of this country happy. You can't satisfy everybody. You're not going to make everybody happy. I guess I'm kind of stepping away from this a little bit, because I could see what's going to happen already. Now the anger is going to shift from one side to the other, and it's just going to be it's wash, rinse, repeat basically at this point, from what I see. So,
See, I think the whole like Trump is not a politician. He's like a businessman first and foremost. I think that saying worked for like the first year he was in office, but like when you really think about it, actually Jose Garcia, socialism and communists are not the same thing. You can hop in the chat and we can have a conversation about that if you want to. But anyway, back to my point.
mhm.
Yeah, like with Trump, I think when we have to be very critical of that saying of like he's not a career politician, he's a businessman. I mean, a lot of
Mhm.
politicians come in as businessmen. Like the richest person on Capitol Hill has a net worth of $500 million.
Mhm.
And like business and politicians are very, very well connected. These 2020 elections cost $14 billion, and most of that money came from like corporate interests. So the connect between corporate interests and business and politicians is really not like that far off. Like they're really in line with each other. And then you have to factor in like how a lot of businesses and corporate interests they write a lot of this legislation. It's not the politicians. Like there's a whole group called ALEC. They write these
Mhm.
legislations that benefit them, and then we wonder why. Like, oh my God, like why is all the money going towards the rich? Why is it always going to the corporations? Because they run this shit. This is not a democracy. This is an oligarchy. And then when you have somebody like Michael Bloomberg's goofy ass, who ran
Mhm.
the primaries, who spent $500 million on his campaign,
You hear me?
it's like his ads were like all over the place.
My
And
That's true. I agree with you.
yeah,
Hey,
Dude,
Elder.
he was like the plague, man. When I saw Bloomberg signs down here, yikes. Go
yeah.
on.
So like
I'm
what you're
sorry.
seeing, yeah, like what you're seeing is that you're seeing like a you're seeing more business people with a lot of wealth going into political offices because they're trying to consolidate their power. And that's what this is all about. He spent 500 million on his campaign. The idea was that like he was supposed to, stop Trump. But like the thing is that if Bloomberg was the nominee against Trump, that's that's to me even worse than Joe Biden, to be honest. And I have like vehement disgust for Joe Biden. I really do. And
I was
with
going to
Michael
ask you
Bloomberg,
that. How do you feel about this guy?
yeah, I hate Joe Biden. I really do. I hate him. I can't stand him. I
Okay.
already know what he's about to do. I paid attention to his transition team so far. A lot of it is filled with like imperialists, a lot of career politicians, a lot of people who are part of the Obama administration who are also very destructive. Eh, he's given like the illusion of progress because he has like an all women, transition team like for part of his cabinet. And if you're not like, privy to politics, you'll see that as like, oh my God, like he's actually progressive. Joe Biden is a 78-year-old white man who's been to the right side of the political spectrum for 40 plus years. That man is not progressive in any sense of the imagination. So a lot of folks are falling for this illusion of progress. And I'm just deeply, deeply concerned about like the well-being and the mental well-being of a lot of folks in this country. But to go back to Bloomberg, yeah, like he had the whole 3 terms. He changed the whole
Yeah,
like
go ahead.
rules about how he could run for like 3 terms and people still voted for him. And he also had like a stop and frisk law, which primarily affected black and brown folks. And that was talked about when he ran for presidency early this year. But it's business is business. And I guess, the corporate interests, the power structure decided that Joe Biden was the person that they wanted to go with and how he will return to the idea of being quote unquote normal, which is not a good thing at all.
Yeah, you know what? If
Yeah.
anybody else
Now,
will jump
forgive
in,
me
they
if this sounds like a.
Go ahead.
Now, let me ask you this. This is going to be a semi-gotcha question. Do you think that the progressive ideology is a euphemism for pandering to interest groups out there?
I mean, you could look at anybody as like pandering, to be honest. Like progressives to me are like just another euphemism for like liberal. Um, and then you have like some progressives who really are like very few of them are like really committed to the transformation of this country. I don't take
Mhm.
liberals seriously at all, because they're really not serious about like the well-being of the people who need their conditions changed the most in this country. Progressives are, with the Democrats and the whole thing about like the Democratic establishment has a very conservative ideology. And this is where like it gets really nuanced. Democrats are not left. Like folks need to get that out of their head. The Democratic Party is not a left party. They have members in the party who have left ideas, but the party itself is not left. They don't even support defunding the police. And that's a left ideology. So it's like Democrats have shown time and time again where they stand, and they are fully entrenched with the Republicans, who are the bad guys in all these situations, but they work hand in hand with them.
Hey, what's up, Elder?
Yeah, see, like with myself being a libertarian conservative like myself, I can actually agree with you to some point on this one is when I hear the term alt-right. Alt-right to me is like a bunch of, hicks in a backwoods somewhere that still make women wear long skirts down to their ankles, and beat their kids with a Bible and a belt. You know what I mean? Which I am not that type of guy. I'm the type of guy that believes in Christmas and New Year's and traditional American holidays, but I still want my fucking beer and steak at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, I got the rule book. I got it. Now leave me alone. You know what I mean? Like, get the hell out of here. I don't need some overlord to tell me what I should do, what I should and shouldn't do with myself. That's why Bloomberg to us was just like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, enough with this guy. You're from here down in North Carolina, man. What did you think when you saw Bloomberg signs here in North Carolina, of all places? To me, I gagged. I literally would throw up in my own hands, man. I mean, I'm saying that as a joke, but can you imagine if that dude was president? Forget it.
See, it's crazy. Well, first off, like whoever has that sound, can they like turn that off?
Yeah, what is that, guys?
Oh, that's Seafood. I think that's Seafood. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll be right with you, Seafood. So let me just put you on mute.
I have no extra audio at my end.
Okay. It sounds like it got cleaned up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to Bloomberg, yeah. I mean, I just kept on seeing his ads and hearing about him. Like, it just got really disgusting because, like, it's funny. Like, I was in a car with one of my friends, and like, we were just like, driving around, talking, chilling, and then like, I promise you, like, it was like 3 back-to-back-to-back Bloomberg ads on the radio, and I'm like, God, fucking damn! Like, I realize you have wealth, and I realize you have power to, put this out here. But like, my God, like this is what I mean by like it's becoming increasingly corporate. I mean, American politics is already corporate, but a guy like Bloomberg will be like taking it to a whole nother level in my eyes. Because he actually was a politician.
He had nothing to offer, man.
He had nothing to offer.
I had nothing to offer for the people. I saw what he did in New York. Yeah,
you had.
I agree. I 100% agree with you on this one.
And if you consider history, you know that this is just a continuation of a trend that goes back to 1960. That they had the debate between Nixon and Kennedy. People that listened on the radio said Nixon won, but people who watched on TV said Kennedy won because Nixon looked shifty and not quite presidential because he was having a flare-up of phlebitis and had 5 o'clock shadow. So
but this little prick was trying to buy his election.
But
he was literally trying to buy his election.
But now we're at the end point of this game. And Clinton was the classic example. After he lost a race for governor, he went around and begged people to say, what did I do wrong? And you see what we ended up with, a raggedy-ass lying motherfucker who has fooled himself into believing he's telling the truth every time he says something stupid.
Yeah, but that's why America voted for him twice.
Yeah.
I gotta laugh. We voted for him twice. I voted for him once.
And me, I'm just like you, MAGA man. I'm a conservative libertarian, and nobody is representing me. In fact, I'm ridiculed for adhering to tradition and just wanting to be left the hell alone. We're being shamed because we're not part of the collective. And now they've reached a point where if be an active cheerleader, you're going to get double tapped.
When you say active cheerleader for who?
For whatever the narrative of the moment is.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you see what happened. As long as you're quoting the party line, and even now they're coming out, they attacked some actor on Twitter I saw a while back. Not because he said something wrong, but because he didn't say anything.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
I say that all the time too. Sometimes it's not about what people say. A lot of times it's about what people won't say or don't say.
Yeah, I mean, we learned in Watergate about the non-denial denial, but now that this woke crowd, they don't want a non-answer. They want you to be all in, or you're a hater and you will be canceled or double tapped.
MAGA, what was your question?
Well, let me ask you this, Keenan. I was sorry about that, guys. No, I really wanted to ask you because this is one of those, like, I'm trying to be more of a listener this time than doing my usual thing and coming out there, blah, blah, blah. I really want to hear other people's points of view. How do you feel? Let's just say once all of this election fraud stuff is out of the way, because Trump is losing, he's winning here, he's losing here, but let's just say he outright loses and Biden and Kamala gets in. How do you feel about what his administration will potentially do?
Well, mysteriously, maybe you need to have a coconut smile, shut the fuck up and pay attention, and maybe your juvenile delinquent ass would learn something.
Okay.
That's all I got to say about that, mysteriously.
Elder, as soon as
have a nice evening.
As soon as you said that, I was already writing the comment. But I was like laughing at the comic because I was like, you know what? It is like history class because we learning a lot. That's what I was saying to him. It's funny because as soon as you said that, I was writing my comment.
Yeah.
Because I was laughing.
I'm genuinely curious to see what other people think about this. Like, I'm literally putting myself off to the side. I really want to hear other people's ideas. That's why, Keenan, I'm really focusing on you because I know where Sifu stands already, but I really want to know where you stand with all this. How do you feel if Biden, let's just say all this gets out of the way and Biden and Harris get in there in January when they're inaugurated, what do you think he's going to do for this country? Which direction do you think he's going to? I know I'm throwing a lot at you, but how do you think he's going to go about it? And do you agree with it or not?
Well, here's the thing. This is so interesting because, like, you said how, like, when this is all over, as if Biden hasn't already won. But then again, it's like America is like the most hypocritical country on earth when it comes to like elections in particular, because America is always involved in foreign elections.
Mhm.
So the idea like Russia or like China is trying to like influence the election to like get Trump in office or Biden in office, I really don't give a damn because America's full of shit. But yeah, I think so with a Joe and Kamala presidency, I don't expect anything from it. Their politics do not align with my politics. They believe in police reform. I don't believe in police reform. They believing in the police $300 million to do like anti-bias, no chokeholds, like all that other police reform bullshit, which doesn't do anything. Like I said, he's the architect of the crime bill,
Mhm.
so he's fully entrenched with mass incarceration. He's fully entrenched with the police. He's also an imperialist. He voted for the Iraq War, the Afghanistan War too. I expect business as usual. Like I really don't expect much from this administration. And what's the other thing? And then with COVID-19, like one of his people said that like if you shut down the country for 6 weeks, then COVID-19 will basically be gone. But he's not willing to do that. 6 weeks. And 6 weeks is not that bad. So
Yeah, I'm watching the comments, y'all,
Gotcha.
too. Again, this
What the hell is that?
Oh, that's 1 second. And yeah, this conversation has been very interesting, y'all. Thank y'all for the conversation. And I'm keeping up with the comments too. I see what y'all saying. If anyone of y'all want to get in and say what you got to say, if you want to, go ahead. We in here chatting it up right now.
Now there is one.
Bro,
There's one more question I've got to ask. Yeah, there's one question because, like I said, I'm trying to like put myself off to the side and really, really take all this in. I'm really trying to be a listener this time. Once again, Keenan, forgive me if I'm grilling you with all these questions. I genuinely want to know because, like I said, now that I've been kind of floating around the ether of like the black manosphere, listening to how some guys talk in a black community, I'm really curious to know what guys know on the opposite side of the spectrum as far as politics are concerned. Do you believe, based on what you said, that people could be trustworthy enough to manage themselves without the police involved, especially if there's guns, knives, or somebody's mentally disturbed? Do you really think people have that capability to manage a situation like that without the help of the police?
well, first of all, the police don't even protect us from that in the first place. That's one.
Quite true. And the Supreme Court has said the police are not obligated to protect you as a citizen. That their responsibility is to enforce the law.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The role of the police in this society is to protect property and protect the interests of the rich. They have made that perfectly clear time and time again. They do not care about Black lives or anybody who is like part of the working class. They don't care. So if you're not rich, if you're not, if you're not property, like literal property, they're not going to protect you. Do I believe people can govern themselves without the police? Yes, because it comes down to this. Like a lot of the crime that people want to talk about and how police somehow combat that. Like I said, that's not true. But crime itself really happens, majority of it, because folks don't have the things that they need in the first place. So when we see things like a person robbing a store, right, because they don't have money. Well, why do they not have money? It's not because, oh, they're poor, they're just lazy. Like poverty does not come from laziness. Poverty comes from the fact that you have a power structure which has decided time and time again that we're going to allocate resources to this particular function of society or this particular group of society, and then the rest of you folks are going to have to fend for yourselves. And we understand that.
Oh, preach, brother, preach.
Wait, what?
I said, preach, brother, preach. Please continue.
Yeah, because Miss Ali just made a dumbass comment. But anyway.
I'm laughing. I seen that comment.
No, like that is like if she wants to hop into the chat, like she hop into the chat. Now embarrass her
just
right
keep.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But-
if I may, now I don't have a problem with sensible police reform. Like it would certainly
Right.
help men if when the police went on a domestic violence call, they had a social worker right there with them.
Mhm.
That way, maybe the man doesn't get
Mm.
the silvers and a free ride to county automatically. And there are so many situations where, you know, especially since a lot of modern police are ex-military, MPs is a different world than walking a beat because they know you
Yeah.
can't do shit. You know, if they apprehend you, you know, and you're in uniform too.
Hey, Okie.
Yeah.
Greetings,
So-
Okie.
Let me tell you, here in Charlotte, when I used to, what's up, Okie? When I used to live in South Charlotte in Pineville, I just have to say this, man. Listen, I've dealt with the NYPD. I've dealt with Concord Police. I've dealt with CMPD. Out of any police department I've ever dealt with, man, Pineville are just fucking worthless. They are worthless, man. Unless you're lying dead, face down, or they're not catching people driving off of 51, for example. One in the South Carolina, they don't do shit for anybody. I don't even know why they even have a town police when they have CMPD as their jurisdiction there. It makes no sense. But they are just useless, man. They don't do a goddamn thing. How many times my friend Esteban, unfortunately, I've had to go down there with all my stuff to you know, help him watch him and his family and his son, because Pineville refuses to go after the bad guy. You know, they'll give you like a business card. Oh, call me later. Come to the police station. Well, the fucking guy's like right there across the street. What are you gonna do? What do? They send him home. So there are certain police jurisdictions. I'm saying that. I'm pro-police. There are police stations, police jurisdictions, and police officers that are as useless as a third sneaker on your foot. You know what I mean? So there, in my opinion, yeah, certain police officers, certain jurisdictions do need to change. Should we be completely without police? I don't think so. At least in my opinion, anyway. But there are police out there that do. There should be changes. I agree, but to do away with the police, I don't know, man.
And
I don't know.
I got an adventure to share with you.
Grandpa.
Go ahead, Keenan.
Yeah.
It'll wait.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I actually wasn't finished. I got interrupted like a lot of different times.
Yeah, I
but-
apologize about that.
Yeah, after you, Keenan, we
Sorry
gotta get
about that.
Okie
My
too,
bad.
because he just popped in, Okie. But go ahead, Keenan.
Yeah, like Grandpa made a point about how like a lot of the police are like ex-military, you know, people. And I mean that's true. And then you have to look at things like, okay, you look at the 1033 program, which literally gave military equipment to local law enforcement. You have to factor in the fact that most local law enforcement in this country are trained by Israel, and the whole U.S. and Israel connection right then and there. And then you have to factor in the fact that like these budgets for the police, like you look at LAPD, you look at NYPD, you look at Chicago Police Department, and they get billions per year, billions. And it's like, why are they getting billions? But it's things like education, it's things like housing, it's things like food. Like those things are being left to the wayside. And it's the thing about like priorities in this country. And like I said before, the priorities in this country are clearly with the police and with the military. And both of those forces enact violence against the people in this country and across the globe.
All right,
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Because
1 second,
you
y'all.
know-
1 second.
yes, sir.
I'm sorry, cause we got my man in the background. I'm gonna let you in, my man Tico. But I'm gonna go ahead and let Okie, cause Okie never said nothing. And then I gotta let him in.
Oh, okay. I'll wait.
And then y'all can do y'all thing after that. But go ahead, Okie. Anything you want to say real quick?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I see
points.
you, Ernest.
First, these people aren't looting stores because they're poor. They're looting stores for pairs of Jordans. For
I can't hear what you're saying.
TV.
Yeah, it's kind of low, Okie.
Yeah, you gotta speak up, man.
Oh, that's fine. AD, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's just a little low.
Okay, hold on. Let me. I'm just going up
I can
on
hear
my
you,
side.
but it is kind of low.
Just pass my turn and then come back around to me in a few minutes.
All right.
Yeah, y'all hear that?
There was something I was going to say quickly. Yeah, there was something I want to say quickly just to acknowledge Keenan's point there. In some ways, I can agree with you to a point. You know why? Because once again, being pro police like I am, and I do have police officer friends that are active duty officers still in New York and even here in North Carolina. The problem with a lot of police officers, like you mentioned, some are militarily trained, is that here, ordinary citizens that jump directly into law enforcement, they're not trained properly. Not like the military. The military, you have to go through a gauntlet of training for days, weeks, months, maybe even years
Mr. Lee,
before they even
Mr.
let
Lee,
you,
jump in the
go out and
panel if
comp
you want
stuff
to.
like that. Here, you go through an academy, you read a book, you do some fancy karate moves. Here's your badge and gun, and then they go out and they do their stuff. Now look what happened with George Floyd. You know, what was his name? The guy that had his knee on George said don't agree with what he did. There was no reason for that. The man's in handcuffs, down on up in jail. I agree. Put that fucker in jail. I'm saying that because a lot of these cops, they're not properly trained like military officers are.
Well,
And if you ask
well, the,
me, man, from this point
Okay,
on,
first
in
of
my
all,
opinion, any new officer should be trained like the military.
well, no, because the sad part about that is not the fact that they're just not trained. They have the budget for it, but what they allocate the
right.
budget towards is two totally different things. Like a good example, there was actually a Navy SEAL person, and I actually talked about this in one of my live streams where I actually taught people how to use their new equipment. I thought I was supposed to teach people how to use their new equipment. I was only charging like $200 a head, and they didn't want to. They didn't have the money to pay $200 a head to train each person, but they had like the money to buy like this new AR-15 right here, or this M4, but they didn't have the money to actually you know train their people, which is actually very sad. So the problem is the allocation of funds. So when they go to allocate the funds, they don't allocate them properly, or they allocate them towards something that they really don't need on a police force. Now, I can understand if you live in somewhere like Detroit, Atlanta, Chicago, in California, and you got like military grade weapons. I can understand that because you're dealing with people like the Jamaican posses, the mafias, the cartels, and various gangs like MS-13 and people like that in Zotown and name a few other gangs on top of that. You know what I mean? So typically they come with like fortified armor. So I can understand you having military grade weapons to combat them. However, what I don't understand and what I don't get when it comes to the United States is why don't you train these people properly on how to use them properly instead of letting them go in like pray and spray type shit, basically. I mean, or teach them how to actually do some de-escalation instead of
That was my point.
trying to escalate the shit all the damn time because there's no need to escalate shit. There's no need to
Okay,
try to antagonize the person that you got under arrest. It's pointless.
Yeah, quite
so
true. Which
Yeah.
brings me to my little police adventure. So here I am. It was
Background
actually
noise.
St. Patrick's Day
somebody needs to turn that sound
some
off,
years
like, bro.
back, and I'm driving a '95 Jeep, which I bought from a crackhead, and I never got the paperwork from her. Now, eventually, it turned out
That's where you messed
that
up.
eventually it turned out she didn't want to hand it over because there was a lien on it.
Oh,
But I found that out later. So I'm trying to be a good boy, but I just want to go to Q's, have some dinner in the Irish car bomb, and go home. And I'm driving up there, and I see the cop. I'm in the right lane, the cop's in the left lane. All of a sudden, I see the cop drop back. Now, if you're paying attention, that's not a good sign because that means she's about to run my place. Well, no problem. I never got the paperwork from her, but the DMV and I hold don't care who pays the money. So the plates are current. So eventually she lights me up just when I'm turning the corner to get into the parking lot. And I just ignored her. It's like I get out of the Jeep on the passenger side because the driver's side is broken. And I take one step, and there she is in my face.
Oh shit!
And I had no. I was sober, but I had no reason to lie. You know, I told her the whole deal. Yeah, you know, I got this car. I don't have paperwork. It just so happened that I had an application for missing title with me, and the fact that I had a receipt for a certified mail. So that it was like, well, hell, I'm probably going to jail. They'll impound the car, but why should I pitch a bitch? I've had a good run, you know. So I just sat there. I asked permission if I could have a cigarette. She says yes. So she comes back, and of course she's got to give the bullshit story, which is bullshit, that I ran your plates and they came back a blank. That's a lie. That's just their excuse to pull you over. But you got to remember, if they want to make you a finalist in the Rodney King lookalike contest, they are going to. So why are you going to piss them off? I mean, literally, when I get pulled over, that car is off, keys are on the dash, all the paperwork is in my hand before they even walk up to the window. And then both hands are on the steering wheel, and I'm staring straight ahead. But now to finish this,
hey man,
I ended up not even getting a ticket, even though I had no insurance and my license was expired, because I was calm, rational, and honest. She literally said, okay, don't drive the car home tonight, but get this taken care of as soon as you can. She drove away.
Oh.
No, so to put the final point on it, as Keenan said, that only the rich and their psychopaths care about each other.
My bad, because I don't know why.
Eisenhower talked about the military-industrial complex. Well, now there's also the police-prison-industrial complex. Yeah. Everybody's making money off of someone who has violated a law. I saw this with my son having to get a breathalyzer on his car. And
I gotta laugh. I'm sorry. I have to.
In some states, you have limited mileage, so it'll just stop, and you got to get it towed somewhere, and then pay for more mileage to get through the month.
Hey, Ernest, you there? What's up? You want to say something real quick, my man, Ernest?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Oh shit, I'm just chilling for the night, man. I'm like, man, AD on loud tonight. I said, man, shit. You know, that's some real. Yeah, man. Shit, I'm doing all right today, man. Everybody doing okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Outstanding and better.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Something else I always found interesting when it comes to crime is we typically always say that well people steal because they're poor, or they steal because it's legal, or steal because they have the justification for doing it. The sad part about that, like colleges have done studies on theft and crime and stuff like that, especially when it comes to theft. Typically people steal when they're situated near a neighborhood where near or around a neighborhood with people who actually have things, typically. So if, let's just say, because the sad part about that, there's a bunch of poor neighborhoods in this world where nobody's stealing a damn thing at all. and they're living their lives and are basically trying to live their lives to the best of their lives. And the sad part about that, what they've actually found out due to like a lot of college studies, is typically if somebody's poor and they happen to live near somebody that happen to be like middle class or townhouses, let's just say there's projects near townhouses or something like that, or projects near what they call them row houses, or something that looks better than basically a project, basically. Typically, the people who live in the projects or people who live in the lower income housing typically will rob the people who look like they have more than them or have something more than them, or they'll rob them at gunpoint. Typically is how it works. This is typically what, and the sad part about that, they've done studies on this, and the closer you situate poor people near a middle class or an upper class neighborhood, typically the crime is going to break out and it's going to pretty much happen that way, sadly. So it's not the fact that they're poor, because there are a lot of Mexican cities right now that ain't got shit. that ain't robbing nobody right now. And there's other cities around the world in Africa where nobody's getting robbed, and they're like dirt poor, literally dirt poor. Their floor is dirt, their walls are made of dirt, outside is made of dirt. They have dirt roads, they're dirt poor. And the sad part about that is it's not because they're poor, it's because how the neighborhoods are actually situated geographically next to somebody who actually has something. It's basically like what they say in America, put the haves and the have-nots against each other. That's technically what you're doing. By doing that, you're basically putting the haves and the have-nots against each other for that reason. And the sad part about it, if everybody who didn't have anything lived a bit further out from the people who actually had things, there would be less crime, because you can't really rob somebody that don't got shit. It's like, you can't really rob somebody when they got the same as you.
I want y'all to remember, I would bet that Biden will double down on an Obama policy that no one seems to remember. He wants to force suburbs to allocate land for affordable housing.
Yeah, I've seen that coming. There's a lot of neighborhoods like that. A good example is Mount Lebanon. The Mount Lebanon neighborhood, it's an upper class neighborhood, but they've actually forced Section 8. They actually forced Section 8 upon Mount Lebanon. Now, Mount Lebanon didn't have crime before Section 8 came in, but now that Section 8 is there, now Mount Lebanon has a bit more crime than normal, and now their police station is a bit more beefier and bulked up now because of it. And the sad part about that is, go ahead.
You know how they actually go about building Section 8 housing, like what they did in New York.
Well, no,
what they do is they knock out mom and pop stores.
Well, no, that's how they do it in Mount Lebanon. They basically take a house that's already existing, and they say, we would like this to be a Section 8 housing, and can you fix it up to our likings and this, that, and the other, and this, that, and the other. It's typically how it works. And they basically do that, and they basically do it. So there's already existing houses that they actually put these things in, or duplexes that they actually make out of this stuff. So it's actually nice houses that's how they basically do it.
Yeah, that's how they do it in New York, man. They destroy entire neighborhoods.
That's how they do it.
Knock out mom and pop shops.
That's how they do it in Pennsylvania. That's how they do it in certain parts of Pennsylvania, for all intents and purposes, when they actually make Section 8 housing. They don't build like.
My bad.
Rent being
right now, but I know Ernest trying to go, but Keenan, I want Keenan to go, and then let's.
Poor Keenan. Yeah, we drowned him out.
I know.
Yeah, we drowned the poor dude out, man. Sorry about that.
I'm trying to get a word in, like y'all just be talking
Whoa, what's happening?
What's up with your sound? That's probably why the sound.
What the hell?
Yeah.
You sound like you're far away.
Yeah, your sound is a mess.
You sound like the
a
Mandalorian.
full quality AM radio, dude.
You sound like the Mandalorian that lost his vocal box.
Or a stormtrooper from Star Wars.
There's that too, yeah. Well, no.
See, that's the problem right there, is you keep on interrupting. Anyway.
Well, no, your sound is off. Your sound is really off.
My bad. But Keenan, I think you should get out and jump back in real quick, Keenan.
No, your sound is really jacked up, Pimpin.
Yeah, just jump out and come back in.
Yeah, your sound is bad, dude.
Now, Ernest, did you want to? Because I seen you want to say something too, real quick. What's up, Ernest?
I want to say rent be like, hey, rent. Like, I don't, because I ain't never went through that shit, like Section 8.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it be, but I don't know how much it is, but typically typically they make it based on what the thing is, and they basically cut it. And a person has to only pay so much, and the state pays the rest of it, basically. So it's based
Yeah,
on
let
your
me tell
income.
you, I saw this in New York when I used to live there, that you'll have nice sections of the city, okay, where you have good mom and pop stores, movie theaters, pizza shops, family oriented places. Then these dumbasses, they rezone everything, and then they go up, take the dynamite to that building, knock it down, take away those pizzerias, take away those restaurants, take it all away. They level it down to the ground, and they build these 5 and 6 story, piece of garbage, buildings, and shove like 30 or 40 families into them. It's like ridiculous. That's what they do up there. It's absolutely ridiculous. That's why people like me left, not just because of that, but what the city is doing. Thank God it's by SCOTUS that now people can at least go to church.
Yeah, sound check, Kenan. Sound check.
All right, testing.
Much better, Pimpin'.
Yeah, you good, bro.
Yeah.
But we hear you, Mega. I hear you. All right, Kenan, go ahead.
Yeah, we gotta let this man. Yeah, let him talk, man. Yeah, I'm sitting back. We gotta give him. Yeah, because we drowned this poor dude out, man.
Yeah, I wanted to go back to like the escalation point and like the training of the police, and like this idea that like the police are supposed to de-escalate. That's not true, because if you look at the history of the police started off as slave patrols, and if you know anything about slave patrols, it's meant to capture African slaves, and
Yeah,
if you understand like that dichotomy between like black folks and policing, and how it's always meant to antagonize and to escalate situations, do you understand why the police are doing what they're doing? And then the thing about the training is that like not only are police trained like 3-4 months out of the year and then they go and become cops, it's also, like I said, they're trained by Israel. And Israel conducts violence against Palestinians every day.
Well, the problem with that argument is I've actually never met a cop who actually escalated a situation, even if I was wrong, or even if I was right, or even if I was innocent. I've never met a cop. I never actually met a cop who escalates a situation. They typically de-escalate. Now, I don't know if it's one of those things. Wait, let me finish. I don't know if it's one of those things where it's different training in different parts of the United States, but typically in Pittsburgh, cops tend to don't really escalate shit. They tend to de-escalate shit so they can get the facts, so they can figure out what they're doing, so they can sort shit out, so they can take the proper person away, basically. And that's basically the type of cops that I've actually seen. Now, it might be different in New York, it might be different in LA, it might be different all over the place, but typically the police officers in Pittsburgh, they typically are trained to de-escalate the situation. They don't go to DEFCON 12 and start shooting up the place and trying to pin niggas down to the ground and do all this extra crazy shit that don't need to be done. So there is room for improvement, and they can be done because Pittsburgh has done it multiple times. Now, has there been times where Pittsburgh has actually overstepped their boundary? Yes, but that's few and far between. Whereas other states, you hear like cop shot somebody with running away, or cop shot somebody because he was scared, and you don't typically hear no shit like that in Pittsburgh. When they arrest somebody, and it pretty much is what it is. And when they take somebody down, they don't necessarily have to use deadly force to take a person down. They use other things. They might use a baton. They might use a taser. They might talk the person down, de-escalate the person down if they're a crazy person, basically, and they're tripping the fuck out. They typically do all this stuff in Pittsburgh. So it's one of those things where I know it can be done, and I know it is done. So the question is, why isn't it being passed around the rest of the country?
Oh, that's because of what you said, that there's inconsistent training. Now, as an example,
yep. They need to be trained. They're not trained properly.
They had the incident in Philadelphia where the guy got shot. And everybody was saying, well, why didn't you use a taser? Well, see, I was paying attention. I saw that the department lost money. And one of the things that they couldn't get was tasers.
Yeah. Because they defunded the police in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
That is right.
See, you hypocrites want to attack the police, and I'm glad I'm not a policeman. That's a hard ass job. You got to make,
especially when you defund them to the point where they can't get decisions.
And if you guess wrong, your life is over.
As a guy that
whether you're dead or in jail.
As a guy that talks about
now that I think about it, Now that I think about it, Philadelphia police were good up until they got defunded. They weren't the best, but they were a pretty good police force up until they got defunded recently. And the sad
See,
part about that is,
here's a huge problem. As a
damn,
guy,
son,
like, hold on, like on my YouTube
actually,
channel, for example.
I just
Y'all
got one more
talking
Can I
over
point.
talk?
each other.
And I actually
Yeah, I know.
am a supporter of the police. But even though now my job involves driving, and I'm driving clean for once, my
Okay.
heart still goes in my throat whenever I see a police car.
I was gonna
And
say,
it shouldn't be like that.
Oh wait. Let I'm sorry, y'all. Cause I know it's getting a little. But okay, you funny, man. Real quick, you are funny. And I'm gonna let Tico go, and then Mega
I'm good.
can go after Tico.
I'm good.
You
Whoever wants to
good?
go. I'm good.
Okay, go ahead, Mega.
I was gonna say, somebody, like on my YouTube channel, for example, those less lethals that you always see me testing and firing on my channel, believe it or not, those come with a huge cost. I'm gonna give you the ins and outs, and mind you, with the few exceptions, with maybe some of the ammunition and some of the barrels that I have that were given to me through, my I don't want to call him a sponsor, but he helped supply stuff to me so I could test it on my channel. The pistol, the Pepperball TCP, in and of itself is $399. All right, plus shipping and whatever it is. It comes with 2 mags, right? Now you have to get the ammunition for that. The ammunition is very situational, depending on what type of riot situation you're in. If you're going to go to arrest a drunk out in the street for disorderly conduct, maybe you're going to use that, prison situation to do cell extraction. 10 rounds of what I have, what are called the Live X VXR rounds, just for what a jar of those cost. They cost almost $2,000. So now for a single police officer to have just a pistol,
Wait, hold on.
magazine.
Hold on, Magger. Wait, Magger. I don't mean to cut you off.
The
I'm gonna
whole
cut you off
runs
real
you
quick.
maybe $30 or $40. That's a lot. That's a lot of.
What's going on, Kenan? What's up?
Yeah, I wanted to cut off Mac real quick, not because of what you're saying, but because something Lonely said in the comments. Just because you haven't dealt with police brutality or racism, that does not mean it doesn't exist. But go ahead, Magger.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's fine.
I've never
That's
dealt with
fine.
it, but I still know racism actually exists.
My point. Yeah. My point being is that, it's something that Tico was saying about tasers, that they didn't have money for tasers because the money wasn't allocated properly. So they could have had less.
Or they were defunded.
So I'm basically giving you or whatever it may be. Basically, that's almost out of my own pocket. You're talking maybe for a gun, for less lethal and all that stuff, what they've been trying to push now. You're talking per police officer, and most police officers are forced, like in New York City, to pay for their own sidearms, for their own body armor, for their own uniform, for their own hats, their own shoes. That's a huge out-of-pocket cost for the police officer. The city doesn't pay for that. They themselves have to, the individual officer. So for an officer, you're talking, if the city had to pay for that, you're talking almost $3,000 per officer. That's a huge amount of money. So
Yeah,
that was
pocket.
basically the point
Especially
that
when
was
you don't
getting
make
at.
that
That's
much
a
money in the
massive
first place.
cost. Even with the big gun that I have, the less lethal, that's with all the modifications to get it up to spec. That's a 300, 400, dude. Yeah, that's a lot of money, man. I got friends in the NYPD. Once you go into the academy, you got to buy your own armor. You got to buy your vest. You got to buy sidearm. You got to buy uniforms. You got to buy jackets. The city's not going to pay for that. So now imagine trying, like what you were saying, Tico. That's a lot of money for them to shell out. That was the point I was getting at, basically. That's a ton of money.
I'm gonna piggyback off of Keenan real quick. What he said about.
Let me jump in just for a hot
let me go real quick. You can have the floor. You can have the floor after that. You can have the floor after this. Seafood.
No,
I'm gonna
I just
piggyback off.
wanted to say, let's go. I'll go to Oki's house to eat dinner.
This guy. But I'm gonna piggyback off what Keenan said, because typically I always run into this stuff in the manosphere too. Because I know what he's talking about when it comes to just because it doesn't happen to you doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Now, I always run into this stuff when it comes to the manosphere, when I'll get people that'll say, "Well, Tico, she's going to leave you. It's not. She's not yours. It's just your turn." Here's the problem that I have with that. just because you had a bad relationship, that don't mean everybody's going to have that same bad relationship. That's not how this works. It's all about how a person carries itself, and the person actually chooses to actually the person they choose to actually give yourself to. That doesn't necessarily mean that my relationship is going to end like your relationship, or you're going to have the same relationship as me. Just because I have a good relationship, that don't mean everybody's going to have a good relationship. Just because you have a bad relationship, that doesn't mean everybody's going to have a bad one. Now, a large chunk of people are going to have a bad relationship. Does that mean it doesn't? No, like a good example, I'm in a good relationship. Does that mean bad relationships don't exist to me? Oh, no, I know they exist. I've seen people get destroyed on a regular basis. Hell, I've been a private eye, to help destroy some damn body in the process of doing so. So it's one of those things where I know this shit actually exists, and I know how crooked this shit actually is. And the sad part about that, we got people that run around here and go, well, I've never experienced that, so I agree to disagree. No, you can't agree to disagree. Just because I'm in a relationship and it's going good, that don't mean everybody else could get into the same type of relationship I'm in. Not everybody's going to go to Tijuana and be kidnapped by somebody that really wants them. It doesn't work like that. Yeah. Not everybody gets that luxury. It's just basically how it is. So when I hear people say stupid shit like that, it's like, no, dude, shut up. That's not how this works. You're not going to find a relationship like mine. The relationship like mine, she's going to come find your ass, literally. So it's one of those things where it's like, people always want to try to have things that people want, or people always want to try to push a certain narrative that, because they didn't experience it, that means this don't happen. I know shit happens. I'll tell you shit happens, but I tell you from my point of view on how I was treated based on my interactions with people. I know that shit happens. I know that niggas get shot. I know that white people get shot. I know that women get shot. Is it fair? No, sometimes it's not. Like there was the one white guy. There was like the one white guy in Vegas that was literally his pants were falling down because he was coming out of his room to use something to get the ice, and a operator shot him in the top of the head because he grabbed his pants. There was a one yoga mom. She was white. She heard a noise in her alleyway. She came outside to talk to the police. They asked her, did she have a gun? They shot her dead, basically, in front of her damn house. And she's the one that caused them. So it's one of those things where I know this shit actually exists. It's not the fact that it doesn't exist.
Oh,
He's here. Let's talk.
Look,
doing a while. Okay,
I'm not even gonna be on that long because I really don't feel like talking today. But look, I'm just gonna say that I don't like how Kenan just made up argument. I did not say racism did not exist, and I didn't say it don't exist at all.
I just got to say,
but you said, but
yeah,
you're
killing
my
me,
guy. I'm saying I'm not gonna be here. I didn't say that. So you talking about it don't exist. I never said that. So that's a straw man. You just pull some shit out of thin air. But my point was, if you're also don't look shady,
if you do what you're supposed to be doing, then you're good. But okay, go ahead.
That's true. Like that was my point. So I never said no. Look, I said it still happens, bro. How come? Then what made me lucky? Then Tico, if that's false. If you do what you're supposed to do, what made me so lucky that I never got in trouble by the police at all? I never got falsely accused. They never checked me out. The neighborhood you live in,
basically. The neighborhood you live in. If you live in a Lester Stellar neighborhood, you wouldn't get that.
I lived in the hood too, though. I live in Houston, right? Look.
Yeah,
I live in Houston, right?
You live in Houston, yeah, but not all Houston is the hood.
That's what I'm saying. I did live in the hood. Let me speak. Y'all don't speak for me. I lived in Acres Homes. This is straight up hood. This is where like Paul Wall, Zero, all these niggas are from. So I've been in the hood. Even then.
Zero from the South.
I'm saying Paul Wall. I'm saying Paul Wall. I'm not sure. I know my uncle went to school with Paul Wall. So that's what I'm saying on Paul Wall. I'm not sure about Zero. I know there's some other rappers that went to school in Acres Homes. But what I'm trying to say is I am from the hood. I am from the fucking hood, man.
That's not the hood, though. Acres Homes not the hood.
Well, I thought it's pretty hood compared.
I've driven through there, and I've actually sold drugs through there, so I know it's not the hood.
Well, I'm gonna say it's hood compared to some other places. Like, how come? Like, so you tell me only those really like small parts that just really ghetto that just happened in? Cause I've been in Fifth Ward too. That's really that murders happened there. And even where I'm at right now, it's not the. I'm like my great grandma. She used to live over there, so. I've been over there a lot too, and I still never dealt with it. Why? Because I don't look like a thug. I don't like a criminal. I follow laws. I don't look suspicious. I don't hang with people who do that shit. If I catch you stealing, like we too old for that shit, man. If you over here, like,
well, yeah, and that's the thing though. You don't dress the part, so therefore,
yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's my point.
There you go.
But that's my point. That was my exact point. So I never said don't exist. I never said nothing don't exist. So I don't know where you even get that from. I never said racism don't exist. I'm not even making that argument.
I brought up racism and how they go hand in hand.
Well, I didn't bring that shit
But
up.
because
You
you
brought that
understand how
up.
this country works, then of course you wouldn't catch on to that.
Man, I think you just make excuses. All you do is blame white people and blame police. You never
No, I
never
don't.
take no.
I
Yes, you do,
understand how
man.
the
I don't
country
blame
works.
white people.
No, I'm talking about Kenny. Every time I hear this nigga talk, he always blaming police, or he never talking about what
Are the
black
police not a
people could
problem?
do. I don't think so. I think black people are more the problem than anything. If y'all stop dressing like thugs, stop
And you're
committing all
black?
these crimes, if
And
you,
you're
if you
black?
stop, if
Nah,
you,
fuck that. Can I
it
get
don't
on
matter. It don't
Hold on.
matter. If you don't
yeah.
commit crimes, if you don't
It does
commit
matter.
crimes, if you don't dress the part like a thug, if you don't look like a thug, if you don't look like that nigga who just robbed it, because that's how I seen that happen too. I seen people accidentally get killed because they looked the part. Somebody broke into a house
Yep.
and somebody else fit the description, and you can't blame the police for that shit. They fit the description. He fit the description.
Well, yeah, here's the problem with the description when it comes to black people. I'm sorry. When they say 150 pounds to 260 pounds, anywhere between 5'5" and 267 pounds, there's a
Well,
bit.
obviously,
there's a-
I'm
that's-
talking about
that's
that
a
shit. I'm
bit
talking about-
broad. That's a bit of a broad description. That's pretty much every
Man,
single black
be
person in the black
realistic,
race.
man. Be realistic. I'm talking about
No,
the way
no,
you
that's literally
dress.
what they say.
No, I
No,
can
that's literally what they say when that's literally the description that they give for black men.
Again,
That's literally the realistic description.
how come I never been assaulted then? How come I never been assaulted? Because those are physical descriptions. Those are shit you can't change. I'm talking about your clothes. If you dress around hoodies and shit, just looking suspicious. It's fucking 78 degrees outside. You out there wearing a hoodie. You over sagging and shit. You look like a thug. So obviously you're gonna get more attention
Well,
from
I'm gonna get
cops.
there
Hold
real
on one
quick.
second.
Let me
Okay,
get there real
okay, sweetheart. We gotta let Kenny go, but go ahead, no, sweetheart, because you did just jump in. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. All right, so what's up to the panel? Tico at Money AV, Lonely, everybody.
What's up?
You know what? Well, my man is on to something. Let me
What
tell
up, dude?
you. A lot of Elder, what up? A lot of us they were raised by these single mothers, and they be walking out here with her anger, or they have weak fathers that didn't teach them true masculinity, and they try to find masculinity in these sorry ass streets. And that's what's destroying these black men. Because you would think that Chicago was a horrible place. Chicago ain't a horrible place. There's some beautiful people there. Baltimore ain't a horrible place. There's some beautiful people there. But what happens is you get these communities that these women are running over, and they are mad at themselves. They abuse themselves. They're abusing the children. They're abusing these men.
Well, here's a problem with that. Not only no, sweetheart. That's right that you're saying that with the single mothers. However, those same single mothers still exist in the white neighborhoods where there are white people committing the same amount of crimes too, at the same number. So it's not just a black-white thing. It's actually across the board thing when it comes to races. When it comes to a single mother, because single mothers are 80% of 80 to 90% of the prison population. They're 70% of the addicts. They're 70% of the women who are like runaways and addicts, and 80% of the people who typically become, 70% of the women who 70% of the women who are come out of no hose become teen pregnancies, and this list goes on and on when it comes to drugs and all that stuff. They typically own a large chunk of that pie when it comes to that stuff. So typically it's not just a black-white thing. It's not a black problem. It's actually across the board problem because of single mothers. So in all technicality, we argue this point for no reason, and it just came back to single mothers.
Go ahead.
I agree with that. I don't think it's a race thing at all.
You're absolutely correct.
I agree with that.
But you're missing one important point. This started in the black community.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Mickey
No, it
Mouse
didn't.
bullshit.
No, it
It
didn't.
don't really matter. It don't really, but
No, Cecil, it didn't.
it don't even really matter where it started.
It actually started in the white community, then eventually the black community eventually fell later. So I know this because I know your history. I've studied your history.
Because that's what the Ku Klux Klan.
Do you mind if I speak, sir?
Let me tell you one thing, one quick.
Wow.
That's how the Ku Klux Klan came from, because they were running. No, they were wild.
Be at the back,
What
man.
Cecil was about to say. The problem with what Cecil was about to say.
We at the
The
Mega Man
problem with
channel. Do
Cecil
not
was about
promote
to
mass
say,
yelling
because
on
he's about
somebody
to start
else's
blaming
channel.
black people for no reason.
If you have a grievance,
Because
please put it in the
the
comments.
What's up, Tack, man?
The problem with what Steve was about to say is what he fails to realize is the ghettos were occupied before black people moved into the ghettos. White people lived in those same ghettos. White women lived in those same ghettos. So when black women moved in, that's when they stopped taking care of those ghettos, and that's when it fell to shit, basically. That's typically how that works. So you can't really argue that point when white women were in those ghettos first, kicking up their husbands, then black women moved in second.
Are y'all having fun playing a blame game? Because it really don't even matter who's first.
I'm not playing a blame game.
It don't even matter. It's about making solutions. It's not who's first, who. It don't really matter. It's about finding solutions, and it starts in the home. No matter how you look at it, it starts in home. Because
the problem is, though, you can't really make solutions in a home if they're not willing to do it.
I agree, kid.
Yeah,
it really does. Because if you present yourself as a thug, you're most likely to be quote unquote harassed. I just call
no. Here's the problem, though. The thing is, though, how do you actually get into those homes to actually make it so they don't become victims or statistics? Is what I'm trying to ask now. Now everybody's quiet now. How do you use a black man now, make it into those homes so those kids don't become statistics? Let it be black, white, Chinese, Puerto Rican, Asian. It don't matter what the hood is. It don't matter what the color is. How do you make it into those neighborhoods so those people don't become the later on statistics and addicts and criminals, basically?
Both parents.
Fight the system.
Stems with the invention of the welfare. Divorce rate in the black community was extremely low until the welfare state no-fault divorce was play.
I agree.
That's actually true. Because I know in Britain they actually did a study.
The only way to remedy this is to take away women's rights or severely limit women's.
This man is breaking up.
Only
I know, right? I was thinking that too. I thought it was just my connection. That's why I say nothing.
Oki, are you breaking up with us?
Like he talking, and it's like
it's just in and out.
Bro, we can't hear nothing.
And I agree with what Oki said because me and T.S. Young actually had this conversation in the stream. And me and Tilly also talked about this because in Great Britain, they actually took away women getting cash and prizes, and they stopped wanting to get divorced, and they wanted to work out the relationship after that because they couldn't get the cash and prizes. So it's actually true that what he's saying about the welfare state, and if women can get cash and prizes, why stick around with this guy? So it's actually very true. And the sad part about that is, okay, so now we got that out the way. How else do we actually go into these homes to make sure these kids don't become statistics? Now is my next question.
Have both parents in the home.
It just can't be take away her cash and prizes. There's got to be more to this. There's got to be a robust plan. Is what I'm trying to say.
You know what, yo? Let me say something real quick, yo. Everybody, y'all motherfuckers for us to be men. We be getting y'all motherfuckers be getting in y'all feelings on Money AD channel for real.
What are you talking about? I'm asking a simple question. What the hell was he talking?
I think Tico just passionate. I think Tico just passionate. He just passionate.
We come here to have an intense intellectual.
That's what we're having. I'm gonna need you to get out. Hey, no, sweetheart, I'm gonna need you to get out left center field and answer this question, Pimpin.
What's the question?
On top of fixing the whole entire cash and prizes thing that women get, how else can we go into these homes and correct this so children won't become statistics in all of these homes across the board? Let it be black, white, Chinese, Puerto Rican, Asian. Let's not pick one race. Let's get them all done. Not just one race, all of them.
It's gonna come with ass kicking. Fuck that.
Next person, next.
I get more advice. You cannot be afraid to catch 72. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You can't do it.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Discipline is good, but sometimes people do discipline a little too much.
What is going on with Elder in the chat?
I understand that, but some women do things. They do things so bad, and they cannot believe you did not rip. They do things to the point where some women feel like if you don't hit me, you don't love me. So they do things to the point where this nigga didn't hit me. He a bitch, and I'm gonna keep running. So we're gonna we gotta start putting hands on these motherfuckers. Maybe not hitting them, but shaking them.
That's what I got sisters for. Anyway, next.
I agree with
That's what I got sisters for.
Hey, y'all, I'll be right back. I gotta go to this bathroom.
Y'all making this more complicated than it needs to be. We're trying to come up with solutions. Quit making it complicated.
I know.
We just need more strong. We just need more strong fodder for you.
I'm back, y'all. That was a quick bathroom break.
I know, right? He's out back. I think he said I'll be right back.
I
know, I'm picking on him.
No, MGTOW Elder, he always needed. MGTOW Elder, don't get mad and run. MGTOW, you always.
Oh, he legit mad and left.
Watch your hands, dude.
He's always needed. Always needed. Don't feel that way, brother.
I didn't even know he left. Like on purpose. I thought he like got cut off or something.
No, he left.
Hey, look, I gotta hop out, but I'm gonna say this. It simply comes down to, do you understand how this country functions or not? And then if you understand how this country functions, then you understand that the blame game argument is not a real argument. If you understand that racism is a real thing, then you understand how this country works. And I'll be home.
But if that was just the only thing, how come? That's what I'm saying. That's why I keep going to the point of how come I never been harassed by police? Because I'm a minority too. But look, he said the system is racism.
You're basically using a what they call that argument in the manosphere, exception from the rule, basically. What the best way to argue this would be, if that was the case, then why are white people committing crimes at the same rate? Or
He said the system is racism. If that was a system,
why are Latinos committing crimes at a higher rate than black people, and why are Asians doing the same damn thing? If
that's a different argument, though. Look. He specifically said the system is racist. We are part of the system by default. I'm a part of the system, and I'm a minority. I never felt discriminated against.
And that's great. And that's great and all, but Jamaicans are committing the same crime at the same rate as black people.
Let's start one argument at a time. By definition, since I'm part of the system, I was born in America. I should be under the same. And look, Acres Home probably not the most ghetto. It's still hood. You see niggas riding around horses you see them on literal streets with horses and shit.
Horses.
And you see it's funny.
No.
I'm even joking.
I'm about to say this nigga.
I swear. Look, you go down the street, right? You see niggas. It's not uncommon to see just niggas riding around on horses down the street. Like where everybody else.
That sound like Pasco County in Florida.
It's not the most dangerous place, but it is hood over it. Well, I'm not only voting no more, but it is pretty hood over there. And like by default, I'm part of the system. If by default the system is racist, should I not? What made me excluded for that? Or my family, or my grandma, or anybody in my family? What made excluded us?
It's not just that though, because like because basically, like I said, that's basically considered an exception to the rule. Like I'm an exception to the rule. You're an exception.
Whole family? Come on, man. But that's stupid.
The sad part about that is your family isn't a majority. Your family is a minority. So that makes them an exception to the rule. What we're trying to actually figure out is why the rest of these people are arrested at the same rate.
It's a culture
it's actually
thing.
Racist.
It's
no, it's not just black. It's not just black people are getting arrested. White people are getting arrested.
Yeah, everybody gets arrested.
Well, when the sad part about that, white people and black people. Well, no, I'm just saying, because white people and black people commit crimes at the same, with about the same numbers. Same number of crimes are committed by both whites and blacks. So at the end of the day, you can't really say it's racist when they're putting up the same number. That'd be like Jordan and Magic playing shootout, and they both put up the same numbers, but you say Jordan's better or Jordan's worse or something like that.
Well, you're not arguing against me. You're arguing against Kenan, because I don't think it's racism either.
I'm not arguing against you at all. I'm basically trying to place it. I'm basically trying to make everybody understand it's not just black people that are still in the pinch. White people.
No, he's saying it's black people. Yeah, my argument not even against you.
That's what I'm saying. I know. That's what I said. Your argument wasn't a non-issue. But the sad part about that is like it's more. There's more to this than just it's just racist. It's just racist.
Yeah,
the sad part about that, because the sad part about that, if that was the case, then because the sad part about that, if it was just racism, then Jamaicans would be feeling the pinch, Haitians would be feeling the pinch, Dominicans would be feeling the pinch, Africans will be feeling the pinch. But last I checked, Africans and Caribbeans are graduating at a higher rate than white people, and they get better grades.
They own their businesses. They own businesses over where I live.
Yeah, and so it's one of those things where it's like it's not really racism. It's got to be something else.
Because
I kind of agree. I kind of agree with Lonely Underscore. I kind of agree with Lonely Underscore on the whole entire. You look the part, you act the part, you feel the part, you get to be the part. Basically, you act like an animal, you look like an animal, you get treated like an animal. Basically.
Yeah, it sucks. It's that way, but like, well, come on, that's just human nature. Like, we gonna if an animal sees something that's how we learn with fire. You see, fire hurts. Don't touch it. But yeah, it started with the single mom thing. I really think that's a problem. That's a big problem.
It's definitely a single mom thing. I agree with that 100%.
Racist. No matter what racist.
Look, the single mamas are the
what you eating? Oh,
what's up, Oki? I know it's so hard to keep up because I know Tag Man in here and Kenan, he left.
We got DJ No Doubt.
So you said a secret, which was really good. So the whole problem is that the community has failed, has broken apart because women have used these no-fault divorce laws, used the government to basically
Much better sound.
And in these different like cultural enclaves, the community itself is so tight knit around same ethnicity, religion, whatever, that they basically bypass the government and help each other and deal with each other. Okay, but the black community and the white community wants to use the government to deal with each other instead of each other. That's why you have these problems. But the whole problem began with the inception of the welfare state, right? But now you have this culture of, especially the black community, where everyone's a thug. You have drill music, this horrible music, this WAP culture. And it's not so much racism, gender discrimination. It's systemic discrimination of the system against men to put women on top, and that's the real problem.
Honest. Oh man, you want to say something? I hear you, Oki. You know what?
I wanted to say this. Man. What I do, I'm gonna tell you like this: the things I do, I just stay out of the way. That's all I do. I stay out of the way.
That's simply all you can do. Because I actually told a story about a black kid that almost got shot got shot because he did some stupid shit.
And the thing about it, the thing I didn't mean to talk about, the thing about it, once you stay out of this stuff and you listen to people around you, the only thing you can do is just live your life and just stay out of this shit. Because I don't have no problems with the cops at all. I do my own fucking thing.
And I agree with Ernest 100% because I'm a criminal, but I typically don't have any problems with the cops.
Don't say that on YouTube, nigga.
I never did.
I'm an honest criminal there. That's the thing. I'm a criminal, but I never had any problems with the cops for the fact that I never actually betrayed myself as a criminal to the cop. I've always been betrayed as a professional person or somebody that looks like they could be in a suit or dressed very nicely. So I typically look more like the cartel, less like the Crips and Bloods when I go outside. That's typically how it works.
I'm gonna say this.
Perception is key.
That's why y'all niggas get locked up less. That's why they get locked up less.
And the sad part about that, and what I'm also going to run off of what Ernest did, is the fact that, look, it can't be just about racism when, in fact, if I don't get arrested and he don't get arrested and he or don't get arrested, then why are you getting arrested? And the sad part about that, the only common thing that I've noticed, like I said, I was about to tell a story about this little goofy black kid. I was in downtown Pittsburgh coming out from the subway station. And that night, it was cultural district time, where they come from the plays and shit like that. All the white people get dressed up to come from the plays and shit. So this little goofy nigga, he literally, the car pulled up to go down to one block. He literally stuck his hand in the car next to a little girl's head and go, blah, 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 blah. He didn't even have a gun. He just said, blah, 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 blah. And the sad part about that, I was no, I wasn't even too far from him. The dad literally pulled a gun out of his side work thing. He literally shot it out the window. I damn near got hit. This nigga took all the damn bullets. Now, I could have been hit. All because this goofy-ass nigga did some dumb shit. So you can't say it's about racism when you got goofy-ass niggas doing dumb shit like that on a regular fucking basis. And that's the shit that pisses me off. They're like, well, it's different, Tico, because it's racism. No, that dumb nigga stuck his hand in the car with a little white girl and said blah, 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 and he got exactly what the fuck he deserved. Fuck that nigga, and fuck you for defending that nigga. And that's exactly how I feel about that shit.
He done seen his mama doing that to her boyfriend at the house. Like, nigga, I'll fuck you up. Nigga, lie. She go, hold the fuck up. Hold on, let me turn my camera on. This bitch, she been going like this to this nigga head upside this motherfucking temple. Motherfucking been through the shit. Everybody been through the shit.
Yeah, and that's the shit that pisses me off when it comes to black people in the United States. They always try to defend the stupid shit that people do. Then they want to say, well, that was unjust and unfair. Okay, that's nice and all. That'd be nice in a perfect world, but it's not a perfect world. And that nigga did do dumb shit before that actually happened. So that's typically looking like this. If I'm going to be in trouble with the police, I typically don't approach the police in a threatening manner. I typically approach them in a calm manner, and I don't get fucking shot. even when all the guns are brought.
Exactly.
And the sad part about that, niggas will make all these just fucking excuses on why they're being treated unfairly. Like a good example of that is if you live in Costa Rica and you commit a crime, you best believe the fucking police are coming, guns fucking drawn, because you're a fucking criminal. Fuck you and fuck the boat folks you fucking rode over on. You can't say the same damn thing, because when a nigga commits a crime, they're not coming to a house with some peaceful shit or some, you know, the music was loud. They're coming to a house where a nigga got a rap sheet longer than my fucking arm. And that nigga, you're going to come ready to be shooting, because 9 times out of 10, that nigga's probably not ready trying to go back to jail, and he probably did something stupid, and he's probably going to shoot his way out of that shit. So he gets everything he fucking deserves. You don't like it, that's just too fucking bad. If you really don't like it, I'll be happy to drop my address, and I'll be happy to drag your ass.
Is this the plot?
Let me say this. Let me say this, man. Let me say this. Hold on. Not everybody like you just saying like nigga is not every black person is a nigga, because the thing
I know, but I'm saying the niggas that defend this stupid. I'm talking about the niggas that defend this stupid shit. I'm talking about the black people that defend this.
Let me talk, bro. I can talk crazy. I can talk crazy right now on YouTube, and the next day, shit, I'm normal, because I know how to control myself. I'm not a nigga. When they come out of work, I'm a normal person. You know, I sometimes might act wild on YouTube, but that ain't really me. I'm not them. You know what I'm saying? I was raised.
I'm not saying you're them though.
No. I'm not saying no. I'm not blaming you. I know how to control myself. That's why I never had a problem with the cops. Now I have hung. Listen. Now I have hung around certain black folks where they did something crazy. When I knew the place we was going, I said, you know what? Now I gotta move a certain way. The people I hung with, they end up having shit on their record, and that's why they got in trouble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy. They looked at me like, damn, man, you ain't with us. Nah, man. I don't act like how y'all act. I know how to control myself when I get in certain places. I'm not none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and the sad part about that, that's why I said I'm a criminal. I know how to conduct myself so I won't be in handcuffs by the end of the fucking night. I do this shit on a regular basis. I was born doing this shit. My whole entire family are criminals. So I know how to conduct myself professional.
Where the hell is Money AD? It say he dropped out of the stream, but he's still able to control it.
Yeah, I know. That's because he's probably in the background.
Oh, he can do it to himself?
Yeah, you can do that in the background. I do it all the time on my streams when I'm not in.
I'm going to say this.
Yeah, that happens.
I'm going to say this, man. I'm going to tell you like this.
Yeah, even when if I'm a host of a stream.
I'm going to say this, man. I'm going to tell you like this. It makes them look bad. It don't make me look bad. They can go, they can go act up and go shoot each other, whatever. The cops go, you know, it don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I'm at that age where I don't give a fuck what they do. You know, it's fucked up what the cops do, but I'm not in the shit.
It's fucked up what they do, but why put yourself in the line of fire, or why put yourself in that mess in the first damn place? And like I said, there's a difference between, like, in the famous words of was it Chris Rock or was it Eddie Griffin? There's niggas, there's black people, and there's only black people.
I thought you were gonna say Chris Rock. Chris Rock is.
He said there's niggas, there's African Americans, there's African Americans, and there's black people or something like that. He said.
Can I ask? Oh,
what's up, man?
A question. Can I ask you a question?
He said,
please?
"What's up?" He said, "What's up?"
Good. What you're eating?
Yeah, it's good as fuck.
Was that what you were eating?
Yeah, it's good as
fuck. Okay. I just wanted to throw a wrench in the gears. Awesome.
Simple as hell. This guy. This guy.
Tico.
Is used to keep the Borg.
It looks good.
It looks very good.
Racism is used to keep the Borg drones in line. That's why we have these people.
Yeah.
Think themselves, dude, and they just spit shit about you, like whenever people hear that, like, you're a Trump voter, even like a hardcore red state, you know, because most women do not vote for Trump, and I even have trouble finding women, you know, here who are Trump voters. Just the same Borg drone responses, and I think that's more the problem. Is you just have these people who are just mindless drones, believing everything.
Well, the reason why a large chunk of women don't vote for Trump is because the Democrats capitalize on feelings. No, the Democrats capitalize on feelings. So what they do is basically they make you feel a certain way so you can come to their side. It's typically how it works.
Women all about their emotions.
Their nature.
Yeah, that's their thing. Because the sad part about that, the reason why the Democrats can't get women votes all the damn time because they don't know how to tap into their emotions. Typically, all you really got to do is tap into their emotions, and you'll basically be able to control the narrative from there on out. Because you'll get a bunch of women to basically do what the fuck you want for all intents purposes.
Lonely. What up? What's up, Manga?
At 55,
Lonely.
55% white women.
Hold on, I want to hear what you got to say. Wait,
Hold on, bro. Like, you know what?
Yeah, let him speak.
Like I'm about to get into what's up with y'all, bro?
No, I was saying you can speak as a lonely.
Like take turns in a conversation.
Yeah,
I'm talking to you. You saying lonely?
I just want to say hi. I just want to say hi. That's all.
Wait, let him finish. Let him finish.
Okay. We understand your feelings right now, Irv Gotti. You can talk now. Go ahead and talk.
There you go.
I just want to say hi. I only want to say hi. That's all.
I think he's got to learn to
How's
read the
everybody
room.
doing?
You got to learn to read the room because
Yeah.
he's trying to speak. He's trying to speak.
Yeah, go Irv.
I'm just trying to say hi. That's all. I just want to
I guess
say
I'm
hi.
running this since I'm in front. Go ahead, Irv. Thank you, Benny AD, for leaving me here.
Damn, now he muted. Okay, well, what's up, Manga?
Irv, go.
I just wanted to say hi. I only wanted to say hi. That's all.
Seriously, MAGA. Seriously, MAGA.
Yeah,
we're trying to have a serious conversation here, MAGA.
He cut this nigga off just to say hi. Like, nigga, you like 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
I mean, late.
I know. I
Anyway,
just wanted to be
Irv
that guy.
Gotti, go. No sweetheart, go. Go.
I'm
No
sorry.
sweetheart.
I'm fucking with y'all. In real time, I'm fucking with y'all. Like, shit, I'm fucking with y'all. Really. But look,
I was about to say, don't make me come over there.
You know I'm gonna fuck around with everybody. You should know me by now. I'm gonna be that guy every so often. That's what I
Okay,
do.
but
I want to hear what you got to say.
no, sweetheart, go ahead. No, sweetheart.
What the fuck happened? How do we get a question mark up in this house?
I guess he's trying to add somebody
new.
in.
Yeah.
He's adding somebody new
Sure,
just in
out
case
of
they
nowhere.
try some stupid shit.
It's
But no
Trump.
sweetheart.
But what
Is that the real Just Hannah?
Yeah.
I want to know. Is that the real Just Hannah? Is that really you? Because I don't know. I don't see no picture or nothing.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Oh,
It sounds like her.
oh, okay.
Yes. That sounds like her. That sounds like
Yes.
her.
Hold on, add her in, okay. But what I was about to say, man, the reason why they so Borg like is because of this damn single mama shit.
Well,
We can't get. You know what? I wish I all start paying our child support and start attacking them and start attacking the courts until we ain't paying no more child support. Every man is paying child support because really, when you go to court, they don't take you to jail for not paying your child support. They take you to jail for contempt of a court order. So have your court order money ready and go in that bitch talking shit every day.
No sweetheart trying to get y'all arrested. He trying to get y'all arrested.
Well, no, because the sad part about that, that's actually what
I'm
they
just
actually.
joking. I don't know. I don't know how
That's
child
what they
support
actually. That's what they actually arrest you for is contempt of court. Sadly, so if you have the money
Tico,
for court, you can basically get free.
Tico, you love killing jokes. I was just joking, nigga.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm trying to be serious. I'm sorry.
I don't know how child support work.
Fuck that child support, nigga. What DJ child support is?
Yeah, right. That's the
DJ child support. Let us know, because I know you know about that child support, bro.
Hey, you can go. Look, man, you're free to not to pay.
Oh, you don't want to know, dude. Let me tell you, man.
Right?
They take it right out of me.
Hold on, Mega. Let DJ.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, they
Mega,
take
get
it right out of me from my Social Security directly. So yeah.
You are absolutely. You are right to not to pay. I'm gonna catch your ass later.
I know they will.
Just
I know they will.
Hey, just
But the
remember.
sad part about that is when a woman owes it, they don't catch up to the woman later at all. If she does get arrested for some other shit.
What about that, DJ child support? What about that?
Hey, man, baby need a new PS5. You niggas better pay up.
No, I'm talking about when women owe child support to men, they typically don't go after them as hard as they go after men. Does what I'm saying.
Because of vagina. Because of vagina. Simple.
Yeah, true. Because I actually know 2 women that actually went to jail for back due child support. I only know 2.
Absolutely. Well, that's what.
Hey, I want to ask y'all a question.
There's no such thing. Equality is a myth. There's no such thing.
Right. That's wishful thinking. That's
I
wishful
know,
thinking.
but I said I know 2 women who actually went to jail for owing child support. That's about it.
Oh wow, that's really an exception, not the rule.
Hey,
Well, they do that in Pennsylvania. They do that shit in Pennsylvania. They'll take you to jail if you owe some child support.
Oh, I'm glad I'm moving there. y'all, I gotta ask all y'all a question.
It could be you. It could be the child. It could be your grandma. It could be your dad. Whoever else your child support is going to jail.
I got a question for all of y'all. Everybody in the panel, I got a question. Okay, so y'all know how like obviously the course is all biased. All these laws, pretty much, everything is biased towards women. Now imagine if it was the other way around. Would y'all take advantage of it, or would y'all try to fight for women's rights?
Fuck yeah.
I was like, man,
I wouldn't take advantage of it. I would actually try to balance it out more.
Believe it or not, men don't. Believe it or not,
Saint Tico.
Bro,
no, I would actually try to balance it out more.
They're lonely. Men don't do it now because at the age of 12, most kids, if men stay fighting, they'll opt to stay with their dad. And believe it or not, dads don't even go after the mothers for child support. They see it as demeaning. They know they're breaking her down, and she won't have nothing.
And some men are embarrassed to have a woman pay them child support.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Like Tico, that's what I was gonna get to as well. I wouldn't want to.
A lot of men are actually embarrassed if they're being paid child support by a woman.
Your pride to be, you wouldn't even have none.
Well, let that bitch have $1 million though. I'll be happy.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay, yeah, that's a different. Yeah, right. Bitch gonna pay me every dime.
I want alimony. I want child support. I want cooking fees. I want all this stuff.
I'm a Dr. Dre. I'm a Dr. Dre on this bitch. You know how Dr. Dre ex-wife was. I'm gonna be like that. Like, bitch, I want.
Well, that part about that, she didn't even win though. She lost.
Yeah, I know.
She lost.
A point for men. A point for men.
A point for men, right?
I just want to threaten her to go to jail, like you know. I was there when they try to get my boy Mag, and they try to get DJ. Not DJ. They try. I'm trying to get you too. They try to get me. They try to get Mag. They try to get all of us. I just want to threaten her with more. I just want to threaten her with going to jail once. Like, bitch,
so you was in that situation where she had to pay child support.
Would you take it?
No, I wouldn't.
See, my point is exactly why you going to threaten somebody if you ain't going willing to take it. That's probably why you ain't in a relationship right now, because you ain't really put the foot down. Let me stop. No,
I wouldn't. I'm just messing with you. You know what? If I did take the money, the child would have a college fund. How many people don't have college funds with all the child support we pay?
They just waste the money.
They waste the money on everything else. It's funny how the women be looking like, be on fleek, but their children looking like Hurricane Katrina survivors and shit.
Right.
Refugees and shit. Ninth war looking motherfuckers. Water.
Hey, DJ child support. I think a lot of dudes were. I think that these niggas just ain't being honest.
It depends on how much. It depends on how much he makes. If she makes under 100,000, then I'm probably not going to go for child support on her. If she makes over that, I'm going to take it.
Okay, I respect that because that sounds realistic. I would too. Not gonna lie.
Fuck that! I'll take her money. I don't give a fuck.
She worked 20,000. I don't care.
20,000. Right?
She working video.
I
can't hear you.
Is going for $430,000 in spousal support every month.
No.
What was that? What the fuck was that?
Somebody got some random background sounds and stuff.
So the laws themselves, Title 4D of the Social Security Act of 1976, which is the better child support law, neutrally. Okay,
that's money, AD.
But it's the system itself that's rigged and biased toward women. So it's not the actual legalese of the law itself. It's that the court system and the judges and the lawyers and whatnot are all biased against men. Look at the story of Joe Kennick. This guy, Joe Kennick, his last name is Kenick. He basically tried to use his house, the equity in the house, to basically pay off all the child support at once. But because he got this horrible male feminist judge who basically hated his guts because he was a male feminist judge, then he basically fucked over Joe Kennick, okay? And Joe Kennick's only option was to say, fuck everything in America, leave my family, and he moved to Bahrain and became a Muslim and then lived a good life after that. And this
No,
was,
he became a jihadi, bro. No, tell the truth. He became a jihadi.
He became a regular Muslim. Shut up, simpleton. He should have became a jihadi at that point. He should have became a jihadi at that point, doing him dirty like that.
but lived happily ever after in Bali.
Yeah.
As
a jihadi, planning to blow some shit up in America.
The sad part about that is a lot of the black men, black men, or a lot of the men who leave America and typically go over and convert to Islam, they typically become peaceful Muslims. But what I noticed is a lot of the women who go over there and become Muslim, they typically become like suicide bombers, or people who actually will wrap up fake babies and like swaddle babies and blow shit up, basically. So the men typically go off to be peaceful.
Would Muhammad even entrust women into doing that kind of shit?
Well, the terrorists allow them to do it, so it's one of those things. So.
Oh, my bad. I'm laughing. My bad.
You playing with a rubber chicken too, and don't make me kick you out straight.
This nigga, he having too Money AD having too much fun.
I know he's playing with a rubber chicken while people are talking over here. He'll make me put him on his own screen.
Oh my goodness. Okie, what's up? Okie.
No, man. Yeah, but
Chillin'.
Yeah, there's more of a problem of gender discrimination than there is a problem of racism.
Yeah, there is.
I agree with that.
Problem, because now you have this Duluth model, where if you get a domestic violence call on you, and
Seeker's a nut. I'm sorry.
Because you're a woman,
right.
You have domestic violence, then the cops always have to take the man out of the situation, right? So you will always get kicked out of your house if she calls the cops for domestic violence on you. And that's part of the whole Duluth model, which is now, totally ruined Australia, ruined Western Europe. Okay. Canada is, and Australia are even worse places to, be in a relationship, have a family, get married, all that stuff than even is. Okay. And so, the game is fucked. The game is done. That's all I can say is the game is done, and it's not going to improve anytime soon. And if Trump isn't successful in destroying Biden and getting into office, then we're fucked. Basically, then we're fucked.
I don't think
I think you're a half glass empty kind of guy. See, I'm a half glass kind of full kind of dude. I live in reality, but I feel like you could be like Tico and Money AD, stop bitching and learn how to work with females.
You're voting for your own.
No, because you can't work with all people. You can't work with all people. You
gotta be selective though. Obviously, you gotta be selective. You shouldn't let your circle be too big, anyways. You gotta be with people you could select. That's your duty as a man. You can't just.
I was having this argument with what's his name the other night, because I was like, look, I know the people in my circle. People in my circle ain't going to take your money. They're going to kill you before they take your money. They'll take your money after they kill you, but they're not going to take your money and try to kill me, because I know the people in my circle.
Conversation, Diego. That's a total random bullshit that you're talking about that only applies to your life because you live in Central America and are part of a drug cartel.
Whatever.
Money AD. Take Money AD. Look, Money AD is a strong, honest person.
10 minutes.
And he has a
about bullshit because it only relates to your personal situation, Tigo.
Well, you gotta learn how to pick your fins wisely. That's all.
Exactly, and women too. You gotta learn.
I got a lot of friends in America that will have my back before they take some money from somebody, like Nick Talon. If you offer him some money to kill me, he's more likely to kill you and take your money.
I'm surprised he's not here right now. Where he is?
I think he's actually sleeping. He's actually on a 10 hour.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, yeah, what McTown the winner and Tag Man, you can come back. Oh no, Tag Man's still here. Damn, I thought you.
I'm about to drop down, my brother. I'm about to drop out. So let me get my outro.
Go ahead, my man. Go ahead, bro.
This is No Sweetheart Production, Herb Gotti, Tales.
Yeah.
And these bitches been eating too much chicken, so therefore they the protein got them looking all fat, but their brains immature.
Had your kids and wife from No Sweetheart.
Do not pay your taxes or your time. I love all y'all brothers. Do not pay attention to child support. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go jail. Yeah.
Right?
All right, I guess we can all start giving our outros, I guess, because, yeah, we don't want to make this too long. This has been so fun. I had so much fun with y'all tonight. Let me guess. Mega. Are you still there, Mega?
Hi, I'm Mega Man.
Mega Man.
We're here for you, Mega Man.
How are you?
Hey, Mega, you want to give us a little outro, brother?
Hi, I'm Mega Man.
And I'm an addict.
That's my avatar. Hi. And when I talk, the gray circle moves. You see? Look at that! Wow.
This guy.
It's a magical thing that when you talk, the gray circle moves. That's fun. Wow. Does yours do that?
Yeah. They actually say that's what your soul looks like when it leaves your body.
Oh, okay. Look at my soul just undulating.
This guy.
It just undulates. Wow. That's an undulating soul I got.
Gotta love him. Gotta love him. Gotta love him. This simpleton.
Old retard Mega Man.
I do what I do best, guys.
Full Metal
I fuck with
Goofball.
I am
Full Metal Goofball. Oh, God.
My bad, man, Mega, you funny, bro. My bad.
Yes, I'm Mega Man. This is one of the longest outros I've ever had.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to leave now. Can I stay?
This guy.
I like it here.
Old retard.
If y'all gonna be holding me hostage, y'all better force my channel then.
Okay. I'll play nice. All you guys know me as Mega Man. I'm serious when I have to be. I'm goofy when it's not appropriate. I'm that guy. You know where to find me. I'm Mega Man with the gray circle around me. Bye.
See you later, my man.
Guy.
Sayonara.
See you, bro. Hey, we back. So who's next? Let's see. Tac-Man. You could be next. Tac-Man.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Look, I know I was a little late, but I appreciate for letting me join the panel as usual. Much respect to the rest of the panel. AD, once again, appreciate you guys. Definitely see you guys on next stream.
Yeah, thank you, bro. You know,
I easy child support.
Take it easy.
Much love, my man. See you later, bro. Okay. Okie. You can go ahead and go next, bro.
Finally done talking with these retards for the night. Oh man.
This guy. I'm gonna roast his ass when I go. I'm going to so roast his ass. Go and tell me my life is different. I live in a car. No, I don't. I live in America. Damn it. Now I'm salty. This Negro.
My man,
this guy.
Bro, that shit was funny, dude.
You're gonna tell me your life is different. You live with the cartel. You can trust them. Yeah, you're surrounded. Oki is a nut.
The thing is, you guys smoke and drink, and I don't. So.
I don't smoke and drink.
Why are you saying that?
Oh yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I don't smoke and drink. I don't smoke at all.
I thought you drunk Oki. I thought I seen you with a glass or something.
Not in a long, long time.
The most I drink is probably like one beer every 2 weeks.
Well, Money AD streams be having a bunch of alcoholics, so sometimes I just get confused.
If it's not one beer, then I'll drink wine.
Right. I'll be pouring up.
you. Lonely finally said something half decent and correct. And yeah. Anyway.
No, he didn't. He throwing shade tonight. He went to jump him when he got off the stream. He jumped his ass when he got off the stream. Lonely, I'm gassing up the jet. We're gonna jump his ass.
He's trying to what's that shit? That force control, the Jedi mind control.
Like I said, Lonely, I'm gonna gas up the jet. We're gonna jump his ass.
Yeah, right. Let me hop on that bitch.
All right. Okay, give us this outro. I'm sorry.
Simple as that. That is too funny.
I don't fucking do outros.
Come on, my man.
This guy.
Give us an outro.
I'll just talk to you guys next time, all right?
All right.
All right, see you, Okie. I'll see you in Discord, bro. I'll see you in Discord talking shit like you always do.
Oh shit, man.
This guy.
All right, go ahead, Lonely. What's up, Lonely?
Damn, I don't got an outro either. All right, peace out, guys. Y'all have a good evening. Bye.
All right, bro. Talk to you later, man.
Now, my man, he hold me hostage and shit over here.
Yeah, Tico, you already know. I appreciate you coming through. I had fun with your stream earlier. That was really cool. That was fun.
Yeah.
And you know,
I sent you a link in Discord to jump in.
Yeah, I would have jumped in, but I was a little busy. That's why I was in the comments.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll be back though. Definitely.
All right.
And I appreciate it, my man. So yeah, bro, go ahead and give us a little young outro for the people. I might let maybe one or two people in to give an outro as well, because it was so full they couldn't get in. But go ahead, Tico.
This is Tico Trend Red Pill, aka Tico Trend SYSBM, aka the Internal Sadist. Come check out my channel. You don't have to sub, just check it out basically. Have fun on it and hang out basically. Be blessed, take care of yourselves, and treat yourselves like milk and number, spoil yourselves, and always be willing to improve yourselves and improve upon yourselves and make yourself better people. Never fall or capitulate to stupidity, and always be willing to make changes in your life to better your life, no matter what.
Yeah. Thank you. And that's some wonderful stuff. Real talk. And I appreciate it, my man. Real. And I'll be back. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I'll be back.
Yeah.
Adios, my niggas.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, bro. And I'll definitely talk to you later, bro.
All right, see ya.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was really cool. That was really wonderful. I had fun tonight, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed tonight's stream. I really do. Let me get to some of these comments real quick. So that was Hannah. I know some people dipped out. I know. Oh, and Drea, you could say something too. You want to give an outro? I know Drea didn't get in here. I know it was so full tonight. Drea, then you want to give a little outro, Drea? Because I know it got loaded because it did. I didn't even say all the people that was backstage. I didn't, because it was just, and they kept warning me. They was like, oh, it's too many people. They literally kept saying that. But what you got to say, though?
Well, I was going to say good night, of course. And I was going to just say hey to everyone because I didn't get in, you know. It was so juicy. So hello, everyone. I seen everybody up in here. It was lit. Everybody was lit and just chatting it up, and that was cool.
Yeah, it was fun. Tonight was fun. I had fun tonight.
Yeah, me too. I was here. Yeah, I didn't know. I was trying to get in, but it was just trouble. But I was definitely here and listening. I was trying to comment and do this, but I definitely was seeing what was going on. Shout out to everybody. Hey.
Hey.
Yes. Thank y'all for coming. It was a good night. Hey, it's still someone here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
DJ Child Support?
Yeah, DJ. Well, oh my goodness. He is still here. I don't know if he want to say anything. I mean, is there anything, DJ, that you want to say extra real quick before we go? Because Drea said her little stuff. Because once I leave, you already know what I'm going to do. But, I mean, you are still here. Is there any... we need to set up a stream, about the games.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, we're definitely gonna set this up. Hope I'm trying to see how my schedule goes, and so I can show you part of the collection that I have. Because I would like to share what I got, but at least I want to show at least 40% of my collection.
That sounds really cool. Like I said, we do gotta do that, man. Cause I know that'd be really cool to see, bro. Like for real. And I actually like your interest. Like you have a good taste in video game, man. Certain people have a certain taste,
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Look, hold on, before we close this out, I got this, one of my favorite game of 3DS of all time.
Oh, okay. Let's check it out.
The Fire Emblem Awakening.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yep.
Damn.
Man, it's like a new condition, man. I went to the game store and at Akiba. They gave me a great deal. He only charged me $17.
That's a good deal.
And I couldn't say no.
Yeah, I would have did the same thing.
Yeah, dude. Like I even went to Walmart. I got a hell of a deal for 10 Shin Megami Tensei Apocalypse for like $20, brand new. That's a hell of a deal,
Which console is that?
3DS, because that game is worth like $100 now. So luckily I got it for $20, man.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's overpriced, man. Not that looking back to what my 3DS collections, a lot of games it's like has a lot of value to it.
Yeah, I still love the 3DS. I cherish it. I know people are on the Switch, me as well. I love the Switch. Like I play it, but the 3DS, yeah, that shit was fucking lit too. It was way better than the DS, but I like the DS too. But 3DS was like a turn up, especially when they made the
absolutely
the later version of it.
Yeah, definitely make it. Since you like DS, I would. There's a game I would recommend you called Tokyo Beatdown.
Mm-hmm.
It's on DS. You should definitely check it out. I mean, it's very addicting. I don't know. Have you heard of those games before?
No, I never heard of that. No, is it beat 'em up?
Oh. Yeah. Oh man, I love it. Matter of fact, look, I'm gonna send you a link on the chat section right now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, on the next one of the stream we'll do it. I'm gonna show one of the hidden gem from each console. I mean, my personal choice, and see what you guys think.
All right, my man. And then you know what? Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna come through and I definitely gotta hit you up, bro.
You definitely, man.
Are you on Discord?
Actually, I'm not, but I'm think it's an app, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Basically. I might get one of those. I'm glad. And on change the subject, man. Before we go, I'm glad you enjoyed the Penny Racer, man.
Oh yeah, that game looked fucking cool, and it's very affordable. I think people should buy it, especially if you are a collector.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. It is fun too. It's not too difficult. It's between the middle, so anyone can enjoy it. Because I think a lot of people was like, no, Mario Kart is popular, but Penny Racer is one of those the game that fly under the radar because they had Crash Bandicoot race and Sonic the Hedgehog. So those type of games, it does stay under the radar. So I bought it at the Kmart before they closed down. I got it for $15, and I thought it was worth it.
I never heard of it until you told me about it, and I'm happy I bought it.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I got more, but I'm gonna save it to the future stream. I'm gonna show you guys more of my collection, man. I want to surprise you guys.
Okay. Man, we gotta do that again.
I also want to surprise the chat too.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to it, brother.
All right, my man.
Once again,
Yeah,
I
thank
appreciate
you.
you for letting me join the panel, baby. Thank you, brother. Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Peace out, my man. All right, y'all. I had fun tonight. This was fun. Well, let me just get to the point. I'm just gonna play some music and I guess look at comments, right? I guess that's what I'm about to do. Play some music. You said Tokyo Beatdown is like River City Ransom. I never played that. I play River City Girls. I love that game. That's like one of my favorite beat 'em ups. River City Girls. I love that game on the Switch. But right, let me go ahead and play me a little track. And then y'all know how I do. I'll be out of here, right? Thank you, Hannah. Good night. Yeah, we gonna play a little song though real quick before we get up out of here though. Right, we gonna play a little something. Hope my stuff was messing up earlier, but it's cool now. It seems like it's working good now.
Heavy on the track. I want to help with my face. Me and my crew need to play. I'll be on time, never late. My pocket look like a safe. This shit right here come from space. He wondering if it's lace. Medusa ahead of the snakes. I want to help with my face. I want to help with my face. I want to help with my face. I brought it back to this day. I want to help with my face. I want to help with my face. I want to help with my face. I brought it back to this day. Your girl is just trying to fund me. And your plus said that he love me. See me with one of my buddies. Otherwise I'm with my cousins. I just be flipping like Slinky. I got them hoes like I'm picky. Water hose, this bitch is kinky. Walk in the house smelling stinky. Who that boy is with them lovers? My partner say he a grower. I get whipped just like a chauffeur. She let me hit, now it's over. You got some space in your circle. I keep a stick of that purple. Jump on the track like a hurdle. Baby, I didn't mean to hurt you. I want to help with my face. Me and my crew need to play. I'll be on time, never late. My pocket look like a safe. This shit right here come from space. He wondering if it's lace. Medusa ahead of the snake. I want to help with my face. I want to help with my face. I want to help with my face. I brought it back to this day. I want to help with my face. I want to help with my face. I want to help with my face. I brought it back to this day. I am too sick, you can't fuck with me. KMG bitches my company. I be on flowers like Bumblebee. I can't see no one in front of me. Winning the double and trigger. Came out the jungle gorilla. We just be up from that jigger. Smooth but I move like a killer. Who that boy is with the frame? I'm so well learned in the lane. Fucking I still got my chain. Fuck it, I play with my name. He talking about put the boy on. I do this shit on my own. Who she just texted my phone. Baby, I'm almost at home.
Yo, I'm still here. You know what? I might as well play that other song one more time, then I'm out. I guess. What do you say? There's more to come. Oh yeah, it's definitely more.
You want to know why running on the treadmill 7 days a week doesn't work for you when you're trying to lose weight?
Hell no.
Because it never has. And I know that's hard to believe, but it's true.
No,
Cardio actually burns calories, usually in the form.
Nope, don't want to hear that. Don't want to hear what you talking about. Yeah, there's more to come, man. I might as well go back and play that other song though, real quick, though, right? just real quick. And then I will be out. AD, check out Princess Code X on the Switch. Yeah, shit, you already put me on that Gunvolt shit. That Gunvolt shit was fucking dope. That shit was fucking serious. Switch do be having some serious ass shit though, but I'm gonna check that game out that you talking about though. Definitely tag me in. And let me play this track because this shit was going hard. I might as well play it one more time. And then I'm out. I'm out after this. Like, seriously, like, I gotta go after this. It's getting late. Oh, why is it not playing? Play that shit. Hold on.
Hanging like 300, yeah, J Trigger won't do hundreds. Baby cannot fool me, cause J Trigger not no diamond. J Trigger by that money, yeah, J Trigger by them hundreds. Yeah, J Trigger be the artist, no, you can't say nothing from it. If you hear this song, you might just get offended. But baby, just remember that you did not have to listen. Now back to the topic, I'm stunting on these bitches. You ask about J Trigger, yeah, he gave your whole the business. Smoking, drinking crazy, only do that with her monos. If she not tryna fuck, I take her ass out to McDonald's. They say I'm a savage, I say no sir, I'm the truth. These niggas think they see me till I step inside this booth. I was with my mama, she asked do I do Molly. I laughed and told her, are you crazy? I just blow excited. Some niggas used to clown me, they asking do I got it. I tell them I don't got it, even if I really got it. Yo girl just want a slice, she see J Trigger nice. Baby, if we roleplay, can you treat me like a bike? Catch me in the club, I'm pouring up and getting shitty. I got hella moves, getting jiggy like I'm kidding. Creeping up behind her, I said, ooh, I like them titties. She asked me where I'm from. Bitch, this is my city. Now shut up and just get it. Drop and give me 50. Drop and give me 50. My flow, you know the sickest. Hanging like 300, yeah, J Trigger won't do minus. Baby cannot fool me, cause J Trigger not no diamond. J Trigger by that money, yeah, J Trigger by them minus. J Trigger be the artist, no, you can't take nothing from me. Everything I do, you know, be such a classic. She say that I'm sexy when I'm smashing in my glasses. Ain't beefing by no bitches, if you want it, you can have it. I eat that pussy, whoop that pussy, put it in a casket. Focused on my paper, all I know is get some more. If you hear some knocking, better trigger at your door. You don't know my struggle, bitch, I got it off the floor. Buzzer be the trigger, all that nigga do is go. If you niggas listening, I hope you got some speakers. If you not clean music group, that trigger don't do features. How these niggas cross me, get these pussies off me. I'm the hardest out and they still treat me like a softie. When it come to haters, bitch, I'm like a Nazi. Switching lanes crazy, looking fresh in my jalopy. Beat the beat up, I might just call it Rodney. I'm out of control, but who the hell gon' stop me?
Oh wow, there's people still here. Y'all want to hear that money talk beat again? Well, there's more to come. 80. What you say? Fire Emblem 3 houses on sale. It's only 30. I already got that game. I already got it. I got it like damn near when it first came out. But that is a good price though. I'm not even gonna lie about that. That's a good price though for that game. But I do have that game. Matter of fact, Tagman, that was like the first game I ever got for the Switch, to be honest. I know that's not a lot of people's first game they ever got, but yeah, that was the first game I ever got. Damn, I do want to play that beat, but I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to. They be like, ooh, you playing that beat? Why y'all playing that beat? Oh, you playing that beat. You said keep going. You want me to play that beat? See, he want me to do it now. He made me want to do that shit.
Play that beat.
He said Gunvolt is on sale for $20. Oh my gosh, what is this? Yeah, Black Friday, holiday season for real, I said. Damn, it's the holiday season.
You got your photo ready?
Mm-hmm. Look, I'll play it really, really quick because I can tell people want me to play it, okay? Y'all want to play me? Y'all want me to play that Money Talk beat? Come on. I could tell. Shit. Let me see. Shit, I can't even find it. Shit, I can't even find it. Real talk. I'm like, damn, where is that beat? Shit, Banging on 300s was sick. Shit, that shit was sick. Damn. I'm seriously looking and I cannot find that Money Talk beat. That is about a bitch. I guess I don't need to play it then. Because I was just finna do it, but I guess y'all gonna have to go back to that other string. Or maybe I need to just do a track like that with that beat. Because I seen y'all want it, but I can't find it. I'm looking. Let me go back and look. Like, what the hell? Where is that beat at? I was just listening to it. Whatever. Again, whatever. I'm not even gonna waste my time trying to look for it. Fuck it. So again, thank everybody into the chat. Everyone who came. Much love to y'all. Hannah, Hidden, Tico, Mysteriously Lonely, Ernest, Tank Man, everybody. Drea, Kaja. I can't go through everybody. It's a lot. Y'all know it's a lot. But much love, Donald, Hank. You know what I'm saying? Donald, Hank, MAGA, Drea. But yeah, I can go all night. You know, I'll be back. But much love to everybody and peace out.